All right, everyone. Hope you're all doing good today. Hope you're all doing well. It's time for another episode of Speedruns From the Crypt, your bi-weekly horror hotfix. I'm your host, Dices, and today we're going to be looking at a couple of runs from a new game. Before we go full into that, though, and kind of get all excited, I think you know what the show is. You can see it over there. You know, I know. But let's get to some announcements first before we get into that. For our first one, we do have an event coming up. Games Done Queer coming up soon. Make sure you can watch here on October 31st to November 2nd as you celebrate queer and LGBTQIA plus runners starting at 1 p.m. Eastern each day, benefiting the Lambda Legal Defense and Education Fund. As well, Awesome Games Done Quick 2026 will be live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania from January 4th to the 10th. Registration is now open. You can register if you want to experience the event in person, and you can upgrade to a foil badge by November 1st. You can visit gdq.gg for more info on that. So today we are doing some Silent Hill F. We haven't been able to showcase it just yet. This is the first opportunity to showcase the game, so I thought we're going to showcase kind of the peak of the peak, the hardest of the hard. We're going to be taking a look at two categories. If you don't know this game, it's very cyclical, so you have to beat it a few times. So we're going to be taking a look at Loop 1, and we'll be taking a look at Loop 4, also known as the true ending. We're going to be starting in, the order you normally do it. Obviously, today's going to have spoilers. We haven't had a chance to play it, but it's a pretty cool run, although it is very difficult. To kick things off, we're going to be having Silent Hill F Hard Mode New Game with Death Tropes. Take it away.
Yo, thanks, Zach. Hey everybody, my name is Death Tropes. We're gonna get started here pretty quick because the beginning's a little bit, takes a little bit to get things going, but yeah, we're gonna start the run in 3, 2, 1. We have the bunny costume in 1 and go. All right, so we're gonna skip the first cutscene. So essentially you are a girl named Hinako, and this takes place in, I believe it is the 1960s. And so she is basically, there was a fight with her parents. Her parents are arguing. She decides she's gonna leave to go to see her friends. Her friends' names are Shu, Rinko, and Sakugo. As you can see, she put her best outfit on for this little endeavor. But yeah, so we're just kind of going down the hill right now. We are going into the town, and the town that we are in is called, I'm going to probably butcher this name, so please forgive me, but it's a Ebisugaoka, I believe is the pronunciation. But again, I could have totally butchered that. But anyways, yeah, so we're making our way down here into the town. Again, the intro is just this, it's going through, it's seeing like the sights and stuff. She's like, where is everybody? Because usually there's people in the town, and there's nobody around. So we're going into the town to see what's going on, to meet up with her friends. But as you can see, her outfit is pretty reminiscent of, I believe it was based on the main bunny from Silent Hill, mainly Silent Hill 3, and then whatever else afterwards. But here we're gonna see a little cutscene. We're gonna skip that. There are a lot of cutscenes in this, but thankfully we can skip them.
Gotta find another way.
Essentially, she's blocked off from going the way she wants to go, and so we're gonna take a little bit of a shortcut here, and just cruise on through. And like I was saying, so you have to play the game multiple times to kind of see what's going on in the whole overarching story. New game sheds some light on some things, but you get more information for the overall story when you play the other endings, and especially in True Ending, you see, I'm sure you already guessed it, the true ending of the story. So again, don't miss it. After this run is a run being done that is showcasing the true ending, so definitely don't miss that. But all right, so we're gonna keep going down here. We're gonna run into a friend of hers named Sakugo, who just called me a traitor. Can't imagine why, but oh well, we're gonna ignore that and keep going. We're gonna go around here, and we're gonna meet up with Shu here in just 1 second, which is her best friend. It is what she said, who she says is her partner. So that theme comes up a lot in this game, and this whole story is Shu is her partner, not like a romantic partner, but basically like a best friend. Yeah, there's Shu. Again, we're gonna be skipping most cutscenes because they're kind of long, and we don't have time for that. But we're gonna skip the cutscene, and immediately we are being chased by what is called the fog monster. And yes, it is made of fog. So if you guessed that, good job. We're gonna just keep running here for a second. The beginning of the run is a little bit of just run here, run there, grab this item, grab that item. So we'll skip this one, and we're gonna keep going. Yeah, basically, if you stop though, this fog monster will kill you, so you just gotta keep going, follow the very, very clear path that we have. Here, skip this cutscene. And then funny little thing here that I actually learned recently, the game wants you to go into that little alleyway in front of you. You can actually not do that and go here instead and just kind of skip a cutscene that you would have to do when the game shows a cutscene of her turning back around, basically. I didn't even know that was a thing until last week, which is kind of funny. But yeah, it's just kind of cool that you can kind of do that in a way sequence break. And if you get close to these tendrils, you will get grabbed and potentially killed by the fog monster, but we made it out. But, oh no, there's nowhere to go. What am I to do? Oh, a voice says, don't give up. Throws louder down, then we can keep going and we are safe. So now at this point, we are injured and we're trying to just survive and make our way through the town and try and find our friends. Get a bandage here. We're going to get introduced to a thing called the red capsule. Red capsules for this run are very, very useful. Fun fact, if you have not played any of the New Game Plus stuff, you actually can't take any of those red capsules. If you do, you actually ruin your chance of getting one of the other endings. So you can only use them in New Game and on UFO. I believe you can use them on UFO as well, but yeah. So we're going to use them throughout the run because they actually give you back a little bit of health, but we take them more so because they give you back sanity. Sanity is going to be the little bar that you'll see here in a second that has all the crazy golden colorful lines above it. We're going to be using that a lot in this run. Creep through here. I do wish it was faster getting through these crevices, but you know what? Just kind of what we got to work with here. Squeeze through, squeeze through. All right, and we're just going to keep going.
Rinko.
And then we can encounter our first enemy here. Hit the cutscene and oh no. Okay, cool. So we're gonna run by her real quick. Enemies do pose a threat in this run, but at the beginning, thankfully, if you just kind of move, you're solid. You don't have to worry about it too much. Just kind of follow the path, not get hit, and as long as you're fast, you should be good. Let's go over here. We're gonna stair skate up these. I say stair skate, it's more of a stair dodge, but yeah. Over here in this house, we have to grab a key. Squeeze in here, and we're just gonna go up there. Grab this, and we are good to get out of here. And that mask is horrifying. Right, out, and oh no, we are just going to squeeze past you. Excuse me, thank you very much. Thank you. And again, there's no townspeople around. There's just these monsters that are floating around here. And of course, in true Silent Hill fashion, every monster in this game has a point. It tells a bit of a story of what's happening in this game. Which is something I definitely appreciated because some Silent Hill games, especially the Western ones, didn't really do that as much. Whereas it was more of a thing in the classic Team Silent Hill games. So I'm glad they kind of went back to that, having everything have kind of a point. And not just be, ooh, scary monster. It actually like pertains to something. Come down here, and then we're actually going to meet up with... Oh.
Rinko.
Well, we think it's Rinko. It's not Rinko. We're gonna grab this health and keep going. Excuse me. And again, as you can see, there's a little bit of a stamina bar down there. We have to actually mitigate that quite a bit because if you run out of stamina, you will just stop moving if you're running. So we're gonna mitigate that a little bit here. We're gonna walk on these stairs for just a brief second. Maybe, there we go. Get some stamina back. And then hopefully we didn't mess this up and we can just bypass this little enemy drop here, which we did. Then we get our stamina back. So if you are in combat, your stamina will run low as you're running, but if you are out of combat, your stamina will go right back up. So thankfully that little slight manipulation worked there. We are almost out of the first major area of the game. And then we get to our first forced combat section, which there is quite a few. There's quite a few. Thankfully, this one is not too bad. It's pretty straightforward. We're gonna wait for a counter from an enemy. Thank you. Countering enemy attacks is very, very useful in this run. Very, very useful. And in the game in general. We're gonna do a focus attack here, which we'll do a lot also. Does a lot of damage. We can just take care of these enemies real quick. One more attack here, and thank you. And cool. All right, we are done with the first chapter. So just to kind of get you through the cutscene real quick, Hinako basically falls asleep because of the fog coming back in. She falls asleep and she wakes up in this area. This area is called the Dark Shrine. The Dark Shrine is this game's version of the Otherworld. If you've played a Silent Hill game, then you will know exactly what I'm talking about. So we have to do a little bit of a puzzle here. That there, that here, that goes here, that goes here, and then this up here. The puzzle's done. We're going to skip this cutscene. We're going to dodge forward because this game likes to do something where you'll see this light go off in the Otherworld, or the Dark Shrine. It does that. Cool, you stop moving, you just dodge. You can go right through it and keep going. All right, cool. And at this point, you're introduced to the Fox Man. I skipped the cutscene. You can see him up there a little bit. The Fox Man, that's not his real name. That's just the nickname that people have given him. But anyway, so he is kind of leading you through the Dark Shrine. He's having you follow him. But as you will notice, him and a lot of other characters in this game kind of just leave you. They just say, "Oh, come over here," and then they just disappear. So yeah, there he goes again. Just blue light. Oh, cool. It's gone now. Yes, we're just following this path here. So there's going to be a puzzle in this area where you have to find 3 different tablets, because one of them, always the third one, has part of a dial lock on it. I know a lot of people in chat are probably saying, hey, you can skip this puzzle. Well, no, you can't. On New Game Plus, yes, you can. You just have to know the code. But on New Game, you actually have to go through, find the different tablets, and then you can get the actual lock. Let's see if we get lucky here. We have the turtle up there at the top. Cool. We have a little bit of a trick we do where we can actually look to the left and see where one of the tablets could be. And we got lucky. So we have the turtle, which is one of 3 that was on that side of the wall. So that's pretty lucky and nice to have there. Now we're just kind of moving through here. I'm gonna grab a couple of various items, like a couple bandages, which,
What's this shrine?
health, bandage, cool. All right, skip that cutscene. We're gonna keep just going through the path here. There's the Foxman again, and surely he won't disappear on us. Oh, never mind. He's gone. But thankfully, we know exactly where we're going. Got this bandage. Thank you. And there's a manipulation we do here where there's going to be an enemy that attacks us, but we're going to try to get it stuck and then lose us.
It's locked.
And so I'm turning off my light because, or switching to my knife rather. The enemies can't see, but it does seem to work better with the light unequipped. We also just grabbed a divine water, which is a very important item in this run. Basically, that item will give you back your entire supply of sanity, and sanity is what you use to do focus attacks. All right, so the enemy's gonna spawn here. We're gonna run over here. Hopefully this works out correctly. If it's not that big of a deal. It's gonna run, we're gonna get him to attack, and then hopefully we did this correctly to where we're gonna run away from him and he's going to basically just lose us and forget about us. But if he does follow us, not the end of the world. We'll just take him out and then we can keep going. Oh. Oh. Sounds like he's on our tail. Oh, maybe not. He was, and then now he's gone. Okay, so we have to look for, I need a snake or the others. Okay, cool. Oh, he can hear me, I think. Maybe. He's not on my tail yet. That's one of the 3. So we have the snake. We need to get the crane and the turtle. We already know where the turtle is, which is lucky. And then there's the crane right there. So that's pretty good RNG. Pretty good RNG. Oh.
One left.
Oh, did he hear me? Ah, he did. Okay, that's fine. It's okay. We're going to take him out real quick. It's okay. A little bit of a loss in time on our run, but not that big of a deal. Oh, I don't know why I didn't get a counter there. Interesting. There we go. All right. Come on. Yeah, sometimes this does not work correctly, I've noticed. That's okay. Just take 1 second here. Get rid of him. Because unfortunately, if you are being chased by an enemy and you try to go up to a door, you cannot open it. Yeah, that's not a big deal. We got rid of him, so now we're good to go. We're good to complete this area now. Go over here. And then we already know where that 3rd tablet is, which is pretty cool. So all we have to do is grab it. We get the lock, the rest of the lock rather. And we can just go through that door. And it's right there. Yeah, they can be literally anywhere though, in any of these parts.
All right.
So it's always kind of a mystery and always kind of fun to see how much time you're going to lose in this part at the beginning of the run. That's okay. So you have the lock now. We can go up here. We can open this door. And then we have to do one more thing and then we're done with this section. So we'll be done with the first Dark Shrine section, which will be coming back here a lot as Hinako. But it's always going to be a little bit different areas and such. You know, Silent Hill is 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. That combination is always the same. Depending on the difficulty, it's going to be different. But on story, it's always the same thing. Grab this key real quick. Excuse me. There's the Foxman, and now we're going to run. World has changed, and it's red. Okay, let's go. I'm being chased by a few enemies here. But they shouldn't pose much of a problem for us. Sometimes you can kind of get hit in the back, but I think we're going to be okay. Stamina's running low. We're going to get it back because we're going to get stunned here. There it is. Let's dodge out of that. He's going to swing and miss. And this one might be able to get a shot at him, and I think we're going to be okay. Yeah, we're good. All right. All right, cool. That is the end of the first Dark Shrine area. Now we are back in the normal world. There's Shu. Shu found us, and then he disappeared. Again, reoccurring theme.
Need to find Rinko.
So, going through here, we're going to grab a couple various items. Then we have our first, I would say it's a mini boss, kind of. It's more of a puzzle boss, but we're going to be getting to that in just 1 second. We're about to grab one of our very important items in this room, which is a Hagashi, which is a little candy that actually is pretty overpowered in my opinion, but it gives you unlimited stamina for a short amount of time. And we use that on a lot of boss fights and a lot of the forced encounters later in the run. Very, very useful. We're also going to grab another weapon real quick. Oh yeah, something about weapons in this run is that every weapon in the normal world has durability. So they will eventually break and then become useless, essentially. Just looking for shoe. That's what I always say when I'm trying to get ready for work in the morning is, where's my shoe? But yeah, so your weapons have durability. And you can use these toolkits that you see me pick up to actually fix them. And that will come into play a lot later in the run. These first few weapons we have, we're going to break them. We're going to get rid of them. We're going to trade them out. But we basically use them as tools to get us through certain areas until later where we have to use them to kill enemies in certain spots. And again, if you perfect dodge enemies like that, you actually get all of your stamina back, which is very, very useful. So right here, got my stamina back. And so we're good to go. And also not dodging those enemies will cause you to get grabbed and take a ton of damage. So dodging those enemies is incredibly important. All right, this is where a lot of our RNG in this run is going to start with this enemy.
Don't go anywhere near
So let's see how this goes.
It might be poisonous.
Could do a number of different things. We're going to try to grab this key. Not going to be able to. And let's go see if we can take this guy out pretty quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, perfect dodge. Got our stamina back.
Giant monster just showed up.
Hopefully we get some good RNG here. Nope, did not. It's okay. Need our stamina back. Takes a long time to get that back, unfortunately. Can you? Okay, sir. Okay, he's down. So now we're going to quickly go over here. And we're going to turn this lever twice. We want to actually turn it 3 times, but we're actually going to get interrupted by an enemy coming around this corner here. And if you don't stop, the enemy will most likely hit you. We had some rough RNG on this enemy, so hopefully this one gives us some good RNG so we can get through it pretty quick. Go over here. Okay, cool. We're able to do a focus attack, counter, and she's down. So now we can go over here, hopefully finish off pulling this before he wakes up, because he can sometimes grab you and then kill you outright. So let's see if we can get it. Oh, he's getting up. He's getting up. He's getting up. Get the key. Get out of here. Okay. Come on. Okay, good. I've been pulled out of that room by him many, many times, so that was good. Had some rough RNG on him, but honestly, that was pretty solid. Pretty happy with that. Get through the window. Now we're back with Shu. We're gonna be with him for about 5 seconds, then he's gonna disappear on us again. Gotta love friends, guys, right? All right, now we're on to the next section, which is the Scarecrow Maze. If you play this casually, you probably had a rough time with this one. I know I had a little bit of a rough time, but not too bad. They're always in the same spots. It's gonna be this one, and then it's gonna point us in a direction that we have to get to. So let's wait for this cutscene. This one you can't skip, unfortunately. But these scarecrows are going to point us in that direction that we have to go now for the next puzzle. Which there are 5 in total, so let's go this way. And unfortunately, if you do go the wrong way or you get lost, you actually get put back to the last scarecrow that you were at, so you can go the right direction. So you wouldn't lose the game, but on a speedrun is a significant time loss, so doing that is very, very bad. But thankfully, we have a pretty good grasp on this. I say that now, I'm going to mess it up. Grab this one. And all these letters just have like beautiful things to say. I'm just kidding. They're actually terrible. A lot of the stuff that happens in this game is very, very dark. I'm not going to go into it too much, especially because I know that you're going to see a New Game Plus run after this, and it's going to show a lot of the things that that like are truly happening in the story, especially near the end. But yeah, it's a very dark story. It's a very sad story, but it's also a very important story about growing up, making your own choices, and just having your own voice and being your own person. Well, it is a sad story. It is a very beautiful story. So if you have not played this, I highly recommend playing it, checking it out. It's very, very good. And get the endings, because every ending gives you a little bit of a piece of the pie, so to speak, of what is happening in this whole town and with these characters and everything. I have a lot of theories. I have a lot of stuff I've like researched about and things I've picked up on my own with this game in general. But it's a game that has to be experienced by for yourself and figuring everything out. Yeah. So again, these are all in the same spot. If you do select the wrong one though, the scarecrow will actually wake up and attack you. And if you take too long to pick one, the game actually has scarecrows that will like track you down from far away. You can actually hear them coming towards you, and it's actually quite horrifying. Yeah, this part of the game is super, super cool though. But yeah. And then after this, we'll be going to our next Dark Shrine area. Battle with that last scarecrow. Where we're actually going to encounter our first real boss fight, which is a good time. Yeah, so basically just one big maze, but unfortunately you do have to get every single scarecrow, else you would just go to this one and call it a day. You can actually hear one coming towards me too. So if in the distance, if you had headphones on, or if you could hear, there was actually one that was getting closer to me. So that was actually pretty interesting. But yeah, so we dodge to the left there. We get into a cutscene, and now we are at Rinko's house. And spoiler alert, your friend Rinko does something terrible to you that causes you to get knocked out, and then you wake up here in your second Dark Shrine. This one's a little bit different. There's a little bit of a exploration puzzle we have to do first. You have to grab an item, put it on a pedestal, and then a door opens up, and then I'll have to run from some enemies. But yeah, let's take care of that real quick. But yeah, not to spoil too much, but Rinko, who is one of your good friends, is not a very nice person, in my opinion, and she actually pushes you down the stairs, and so that's absolutely horrible. And spoiler alert, you should do that to friends. Just saying. But yeah, so now we woke up in our second Dark Shrine. Got to go in here. We have to get a key. Open up a couple doors. There's storage room key. Turn around. Go out this way. And if you look carefully, you'll see things kind of disappear on the corners here and there, which is actually kind of a cool little trick. It happens more so outside of this door when we come back out of it. This game wants you to duck under this thing and then go read a little bit of a note that's on this table, but you actually have to just turn around and walk out. So you don't have to go and look at the note. And if you look carefully, you're going to see an enemy disappear through a door. Oh, there it is. I love that kind of stuff. Just like the little just like the little what was that moments make games like really, really cool, especially in horror games. Yeah, so got that. Got the little statue. Now we're going to put it on this pedestal. Then we're going to grab another weapon for this area, which people use twice. Because if you played this game, you know what happens to Hinako in the Dark Shrine later on. If you haven't seen it, you're in for a treat. Get through this door, please, and thank you. We're going to meet one of our new enemies here. Kind of similar to the ones we've been seeing, but they have a lot of knives. They have knives on their, or swords on their feet, essentially. And yeah, they can be kind of a pain because they actually hide up in the ceilings and they will fall on top of you, which you'll see here very soon. So once these enemies come into play, there's a lot of dodging involved, a lot of healing if you're getting hit a lot. But yeah, that enemy is a lot. So hopefully we'll have some good dodging here, and we don't have to heal too much. I don't think we're going to have to, but, you know. When you're on a marathon run, it's always something, obviously. Grab this divine water. There we go. Perfect dodge on that one. As you can see, they just kind of crash down on you. They're always in the same spots, but yeah, it's definitely a lot. Second perfect dodge, very nice. Get through here. Also, fun fact, you can actually get hit going through doors. So if that enemy had actually hit me, like going through like not a cutscene, but like through the door transition, I would have actually taken damage there, which is pretty fun, honestly, when you're on a speed run, especially on hard, when I think it's like three main attacks and you're basically about to die. So yeah, it's especially later on in the run, it gets pretty dicey with some of these encounters because you can just die so quickly. But right now it's not too bad. Right now it's kind of just evading enemies and whatnot. Okay, we're almost at our first major boss fight. That was odd. Usually she doesn't attack. No perfect dodge, but we got a dodge in general, which is good. And we don't need to get our stamina back there, so that's not a big deal. In fact, I believe it's a little bit faster to not get a perfect dodge on certain dodges, because you don't get that slowdown. So, small amounts of time save that up, obviously.
Are you there?
Cool. So we have to get this orb, so we can open up a door. Stone orb. I'm gonna skip this cutscene, and then all of a sudden, there are enemies everywhere, and we have to get through. Don't hit me, please. Okay, cool. So this enemy, I believe it is Aomi, is the name of this enemy. A bunch of doll parts put together. But essentially, it will scream or cry, and it will stun your character, which is not good on the run. It's actually very frustrating at times, but it's okay. No matter what, this one usually will stun. Even if you perfect dodge through it, you still get hit by the scream, which is unfortunate. Dodge through that. We're going to grab another Higashi that's right here, because yeah, we'll be losing a lot of these on the run. Grab this. That's not very nice, Sakugo. I'm literally trying to help you. I should have waited for my stamina to come back. Not a big deal, though. Just have to wait a second right here.
I don't want to be by myself. It's lonely.
Okay, and now we are at the room before our first boss fight. Can you? Thank you. All right, we're gonna drink a divine water to give us all of our sanity back. We're gonna grab a first aid kit. Now we're gonna switch to our new weapon. Open the door, and then we're gonna use a Higashi so we have a limited stamina for a bit. Now, it is possible to one-cycle this boss, but it is difficult. And if you get a two-cycle, it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, this is Sakugo, our first major boss fight. Charge up for a focus attack. She's gonna attack. She's gonna swing. She's gonna miss. We're gonna attack. And we're gonna hit her 3 times. Hopefully she gives us good RNG on this. She did not. It's fine. So we're gonna dodge. And the focus attack. She's stunned a little bit. We're gonna hit her, and this should push her into phase 2 now. Then we have to listen carefully. Phase 2. Well, she's behind us. You can hear where she's at if you have headphones on. It's pretty easy. Hit her twice, and we're gonna hang out for a second. Get a little bit of our sanity back. See where she spawns now. She's on the left. Kind of bad RNG, but it's okay. Then we're gonna take another Higashi because our stamina will run out. Or we'll run out, and we're gonna start losing stamina then. Okay. And next phase. Come on. Kind of rough RNG, but it's fine. Nice, okay. Still might get a second phase, most likely. Nope. Oh, come on. This is my phase 3. Yeah, didn't get a one cycle. That's okay. She'll be dead here in just 1 second. Grab that just because. She's gonna stun again, and she's gonna disappear. And then one more attack, and then she'll be gone. And she's gone. All right, cool. First major boss fight. Pretty good. Pretty okay. Now we're back in the real world. You're going to see this transition happen a lot. Again, if you've played a Silent Hill game before, especially the older ones, there's a lot of going back and forth between the normal world and the other world. So that should come no surprise to anybody that's played those games before. Yeah, so now we are in the, I would say it's the third part of the game where you are running around Abisugayoko. Again, I'm going to butcher that name. I apologize. I'm doing my best out here. But yeah, now we're just kind of going through the town. We're trying to catch up with Shu and Rinko because once again, your friends want nothing to do with you, it seems, and just keep leaving you every 2 seconds. They're just like, oh, hey, what's up? And then they're just gone. So, you know, yep, there they are again.
Go.
See, they'll wait for you, but they won't like actually wait for you to come with them.
You okay, partner?
And they're gone again. Again, you got to play the game, though, and get the endings and kind of put the story together yourself, and then things get a little bit more clear. But it is just funny how when you're playing casually and your friends just disappear every 2 seconds. So, but to be a young kid with good friends, though, you know. Yeah, so we're just going through here. We're kind of retracing our steps. We're following them back into the main part of the town because we want to go to the school because we were trying to get to Shu's house. There they are again. Catching up to old friends. Awesome. We're going to skip this cutscene, and then we're going to keep going by ourselves once again. We're going to be dodging a few enemies up here, and then we're going to use this pipe for the last time in the run because we're going to be getting an enemy out of our way, which is kind of a fun little mechanic. Sometimes you can get blocked pretty hard. Sometimes it's effortless, but yeah, not that big of a deal. Just evade some enemies here. Excuse me, thank you. This one might attack. I'm going to dodge just in case. I should have been fine from that, but I really don't want to take any unnecessary damage. Especially because there's a part a little bit later before we get to the school that you can potentially take a lot of damage on just because of just RNG, which you'll see here in just a couple moments. Get that Higashi. Then another cutscene where your friends leave you alone. Cool. Sorry, I'll probably bring that up quite a bit, but to me, it's just ridiculous. Gotta stick together, dude. Yeah, so as we're on our way to the school, again, I want to encourage everybody to play the game for themselves if you haven't yet. Get the other endings, and if you have played the game and you've seen the other endings, stick around for the run afterwards because the New Game Plus run is quite wild because you actually skip a lot of puzzles in it, and it's a lot shorter. So even casually, it was pretty good game design, in my opinion, to do that. So you don't have to do everything all over again. We're going to hit this enemy. Hopefully she doesn't block us too hard. And a little bit. We're going to squeeze by her. All right, cool. Yeah, definitely stay for that run. It's going to be cool. But you skip pretty much every single puzzle because they're basically either done for you or you have the necessary things already in New Game Plus that you don't have in New Game. And we're going to see a new enemy here pretty soon. That I forgot the actual name of it. I literally just call it a beast or a romper. If you know, if you played Silent Hill 1, you know what a romper is. It just kind of reminds me of it. I wouldn't say they're the same thing by any means, but they are kind of reminiscent because they do jump on you in a similar way that a romper does in Silent Hill 1. And here he is. Hello. We're just gonna ignore him though. Keep going. We're gonna actually get rid of our pipe over here because we're gonna start getting the weapons that we need for a later part of the run. Oh, excuse me. Later on in the run, we're going to be using the kitchen knife almost exclusively between the kitchen knife and the sickle. We're going to pretty much go back and forth on using those two items until the very end of the run. Get some good RNG here. Oh, that's unfortunate. It's okay. Can you move, please? Thank you. All right, cool. We're almost to the school. I'm just kind of running through some enemies here. Hopefully not getting hit too much. Going to catch up with Shu and Rinko here in just one quick second, and then they're going to leave us again for the 900th time.
You're lying, aren't you, Shu?
I don't think it's any of her business. Anywho, and keep going up here. You know, there's a lot of street traversals, but that part is coming kind of to an end soon. After that, we're going to be in a completely different area, but you'll see. There's an enemy again, and now we're going to have to be really careful here because there's a chance that RNG is not going to be on our side and we can get grabbed here by all the stuff on the ground and this enemy coming up. We're kind of going to pay attention here a little bit. Let's see what happens here. Gonna dodge just in case. That's pretty good. Okay, cool. He can still follow us a little bit. He can still hit us, but at least we're past him. We're not getting grabbed by anything. I really wish you would stop chasing me, though. Thank you. Thank you so much. See ya. That was pretty good. That was a good amount of RNG on that. I'm gonna grab another Higashi here. Again, we get a lot of them, but it's necessary. Up here, and then now we are at the school, which is pretty nice. Barely missed the cutscene.
Cut it out.
Yeah, and so Rinko and Shu just keep talking about Hinako, like when she's not there, but the second she gets there, you know, oh, be quiet. So yeah, again, a lot of stuff that's happening in this game, lore-wise. Sorry, it kind of jumps around super fast, but a lot of things change post-cutscene. Now we're in the school, and here it's not too bad. We gotta get a few keys, dodge some enemies, and then get a locker key, which is the main thing you have to do in this area. In New Game Plus, they're going to be like, well, why didn't I just do that since the beginning? And I'm not seeing what it is because I don't have the availability to. Yeah, you'll see. You'll see. Please don't hit me. Okay. Don't hit me leaving now. Please, I'm begging you. I don't like that you're standing that close to me. Okay, that's actually pretty good. Sometimes he'll like start attacking right away as you're like ducking out of that and you have to dodge fairly quickly, but that was pretty favorable RNG. You got our first key, got to go over here and then open a drawer to get, I'm sure you guessed it, another key. But if you played Silent Hill before, you're going to get used to that. Get off of that, please. Thank you. I got to go upstairs and do what I thought was one of the most annoying puzzles in this game. I think it's a really cool puzzle, but I actually had a hard time understanding it just because I was playing on the hardest puzzle difficulty when I first played this game. So, yeah, so here it's going to be this and this. Next part of the box is going to be this, and then this one. And then the last one is going to be, we're going to turn the box around and it's the second from the bottom. Boom. Then we have our next key. Second floor classroom key. Quickly dodge out of that spot because it's fun.
It's already
And then we're going to go in here and get, you already know, another key. It's keys all the way out. Oh, where did that guy come from? He wasn't here a second ago. Interesting. All right, so now we're going to the next area in the school. Go up here, and then we're gonna get another key, chat. I know, fantastic. I know you were hoping for it. Don't worry, the next part of the run has horrific RNG typically, so I'm sure y'all are gonna be in a treat for that. Here, grab this. Let's go.
Coded message.
All right, hopefully we get this dodge down correctly because it's a pretty difficult dodge in my opinion. Got the dodge. Cool, all right. Little jump scare enemy there, little jump scare attack. Now she's chasing me, but she should typically fall off here in just a second. I have had the enemy follow me into this room before and then disappear. Yes, just hit me and then they were just gone. But yeah, now in the locker room.
Takes me back to my
Open up a couple lockers for things that we need. This is the last key that we need in the school. Or is it? Or is it? Open up this locker because we were going to get the only Amamori that we're going to be using in this run, which is the Wolf Amamori. Grab this, equip it real quick, then we're going to keep going. Basically what that Amamori does is that any weapon with high durability, that has high durability, excuse me, I'm trying to talk right now, that has higher durability will do more damage. So the knife being one of the best weapons in the game, if you didn't know that, use the knife on enemies. It's pretty overpowered. Also, I grabbed another key, so I lied. Sorry. But the knife is incredibly strong, and with that Amamori, it makes it even stronger when it's at higher durability. So that's why you see me later on in the run constantly repairing it. We'll get to that, though. So this is the worship hall. This is our third time being in the Dark Shrine, and the Foxman is going to leave us alone yet again. The door's going to close behind him. Cool, thanks. But there's a lot of RNG in this area, a lot of enemies in small corridors, and I'm hoping that the game gives me a break because typically there's a lot of things that happen in this area, and typically Hinako will get beat up a lot, unfortunately, and I'm gonna have to use a lot of health, but I'm hoping that doesn't happen this time. So again, it's kind of labyrinthy, but it's pretty straightforward once you get used to it. Gonna be pulling open these levers so I can gain access to the next areas. I was like, okay, never mind. I thought I was gonna be fine, but I should not have trusted her. Cool. And so Sakugo is in that next room, and she is pretty much crying and asking us to help her. Hopefully that's what we're doing. You know, I'm gonna get hit here. That's typical. I'm gonna heal also, just because be on the safe side. Oh. This is typical. Yep. Please don't. All right, please pull this fast. That's good RNG, actually. Okay, cool. And open up this one. Please don't hit me. It's pretty good so far. You're gonna swipe me and I'm gonna dodge. There we go. That part's pretty much always the same. Then we're gonna go in here and hopefully be able to pull this one before a bunch of enemies come in and hit us. But thankfully these blue lights that you're seeing also stun enemies, which is pretty useful. All right, so there's gonna be an enemy here. We're just gonna have it out of our way. Thank you very much. Hopefully we avoid this dodge because it's pretty bad. Oh, I did not. Interesting. I ran out of stamina there, but we didn't get grabbed, so that's good. Go, 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 go. All right, cool. And we are done with the first part of the worship area. That was pretty good. Could have been a lot worse. It has been a lot worse. There's a little bit of a puzzle here. Pretty easy, though. We're going to hit that. Hit this one. And then we're going to run over here. Hit that one once. Hit that one once. Then come back into this one 2 times. We're going to grab these little light covers. And we're going to... I thought we were going to be helping Sakugo, but we're actually turning the lights out. And then there's a cutscene, obviously, but we're going to skip that. And just to let you guys know, Hanako just leaves her there in the dark. Which I was like, why? The first time I played this game. If you've played it, you know why. But yeah, it was very confusing to me. Like, why is she sitting here and doing this to her friends? Yes, that's the first part of Worship Hall. Now we're on the second part, where it's a little bit, I think it's a little bit easier than the first part, but there's still a lot that's going on. It's still very labyrinthy and a lot of enemy dodges and whatnot. But so we had Sakugo in that one, and then in this one, we have Rinko. You can't really see her, but yeah, it's Rinko.
You look even more beautiful today.
I know, I'm wearing my best outfit. It's great. So we're going to be going into 3 different rooms that we're going to have to keep pulling different levers for, but we're getting 3 medallions to put in a machine that is holding Rinko in that cage that is floating over lava.
Fashion magazine.
And this room that I'm in currently is reminiscent of Rinko's room, which I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time in here looking at things, obviously. But if you played this part and you look around, it does keep changing every time you look at one of these things and turning them around, and it gets more and more gross and I would say like creepy. But yeah, so it's always going to be behind the third one no matter what. So if you're saying why didn't you just do that one first, it's because it does not spawn there unless you hit the other 2. So that's the first one. First one's pretty easy to get. So was the second one. The third one is a little bit more of a problem because of an enemy that's in the room, but we'll get to that in a second. Swing and a miss, and we're gonna go back in the same one after we deposited the first coin, the first medallion, whatever. Hopefully this enemy does not attack us. I don't like that you're here already. Okay, perfect dodge is fine. We're gonna jabate this guy. That's odd, he did not jabate. Okay, that's very strange. Usually she comes down when you run around there, but it did not happen this time, but that's fine. Very odd. This game is just kind of weird sometimes, though. I still get surprised by this game pretty often. Cool, so here's our second room with our second medallion. It is reminiscent of a classroom. I'm sure you guys could have figured that out.
It all seems like
Get the light turned off. It's a theme, as I'm sure you've picked up on. Turn the light out, the room changes, and we're going to get our next medallion. There's a little bit of RNG here if an enemy's gonna hit you right away or not, or give you a chance to dodge, and we had good RNG, cool. I kind of risked it for that one, but it's fine. Cool, then we have one more to get. So we're gonna run over here, we're gonna deposit our second medallion. hit this lever, and then go back through this door over here. And then Rinko is just over there complaining, and it's, you know, you just kind of got to ignore it. Because if you played this game, you will probably remember that Rinko was not a very nice person. Excuse me, don't hit me, please. Not a very nice person. Oh, that's not good RNG. Ooh, okay. Please. All right, cool. Grab another Higashi. We get a lot of them. Now, of course, the game isn't hard enough. The game actually has to deposit an enemy that is on top of you, essentially. Right there. So yeah, that's always fun to deal with. Now, we're going to be moving this, but we are going to be taking damage because it's faster to just take a hit and grab the medallion. So, gonna take the hit there, not too bad, then we're going to get out of here. And that is it for this little area. We have to do one more thing. Have to deposit this last coin in the machine. Like a gashapon, I guess. Cool. Got our second key for that door. Now we're going to the third and final area of the worship hall. There is another new enemy introduction, which is one enemy that I have a lot of ill will towards, but it's fine.
Partner.
And then there's Shu. Shu is asking what our final decision is. And then again, if you've played this before, we're gonna grab this just for safety reasons, just in case. Usually I wouldn't do that, but for this run, I'd rather not die. So pull this lever, come over here. Now there's a little bit of RNG here. This enemy can actually follow you all the way up to the next lever. And as far as I know, it is complete RNG. Sometimes it'll disappear, sometimes it'll just follow you up and then hit you while you're pulling it. So let's see what happens. Oh, nice. We got lucky, which is good. Gonna switch to this weapon, eat a Higashi so we don't lose stamina, and then we are going to fight our, I would call it a mini boss, but I call it the birthing monster. I don't know if there's an actual official name for this enemy, but I just call it the birthing creature, the birthing monster. Yeah. We're gonna start with a focus attack. Get the little egg thing right away. Focus attack so we can stun it. Come on. So what's nice also about focus is you can actually make it so that the game slows down. One second, let me focus on this real quick. Okay. You can actually slow the game down to where you can actually get I'm gonna dodge that. Cool. Now we're gonna finish it off. Pretty decent fight. Should be dead any second now. Yeah. I'm sure you noticed she's called the birthing monster because she literally spews out, where's the door? Spews out these little eggs that honestly they spawn enemies. And on this difficulty, it is a huge problem when an enemy gets spawned. It's also slower, so of course we don't want that. But it actually poses a pretty big threat because then you have to not only deal with her, but also with another enemy at the same time. So, and then we're here just to get a comic book. All of that for a comic book, by the way. Silent Hology, you're gonna stun me. That usually happens. It's kind of hard to dodge that one, but it's okay. And then all we have to do now is place the coloring book, or the comic book, excuse me, and then we are on to the next part of the game, playing as Hinako in the real world. All right, cool. And with this one. And then next we have the part after this is probably one of the hardest parts of the run. But this part is not too bad. It's mostly just running from the fog monster and dealing with a few enemies. So let's switch weapons real quick.
Still chasing me?
We're gonna be dodging up some of these stairs, probably into more rocks like that on accident.
Maybe they had no choice but to go on without
See,
me.
she's bringing up the fact that they keep leaving her in places, which again, I just think it's so sad. Like, you keep leaving me, like, what's the deal? Yeah, so there's gonna be an enemy that's gonna be kind of peeking out over us from time to time. You can probably hear it. but it's actually cool because there it is again. It actually kind of just like stalks you for a bit, and then you don't end up having it attack you until later on. So I think a lot of things that are in this game, as far as like certain elements, are really, really cool. Focus attack on this enemy, get it out of our way so we can push this out of the way. Gotta hurry up because there's an enemy behind us. Go, go, go. Thank you. And we're going to keep going down this little path here. And some of this part of the game is like exploring, and there's items you can grab and whatnot. We don't grab many, we grab a few. We're gonna grab another toolkit. We have 3, but we get a lot. We get a lot through this run. Cool. Oh, please. And dodge through that. So when you get hit by an enemy or you get stuck in like the red muck or whatever, you actually lose sanity. And right now it's not that big of a deal, but later on in the run, when sanity is pretty important, it's kind of a big deal. That's why I also stock up on a lot of red capsules. I only have 10 right now, but you're gonna see the number go up quite a bit because they're very good for getting your sanity back and a little bit of health. I kind of squeeze by this enemy real quick. Grab another toolkit.
I finally make it out.
And then the frames are gonna drop a little bit. That's very normal for this area. Yeah, little bit of frame drops there. That's just the game. Don't worry. It actually happens a lot more later after one specific fight, but that's just the game's optimization. So, and everybody experienced it. I'm pretty sure, at least on PC. I take damage there no matter what. It's just something we have to deal with. That enemy will always hit you. We're gonna move this out of the way, and then we're actually gonna run back and get a key. You would say, why don't you just get the key first, then do this? It's because it's much harder to open this. There's several enemies that come down, including the one that was stalking us a minute ago. And, oh, didn't even see him. Well, he was there. But all right, cool. So this is the next fog monster chase segment. Not too long. Basically, our only task is to avoid some enemies and not run into this red stuff on the ground. I'm gonna take a Higashi here so we don't run out of stamina running around. I don't like doing this because it sometimes gets me stuck, but we did it fine. They're just gonna kind of mindlessly stab the air and hope to hit me, which they won't. Avoid the red muck on the ground, run around here, basically following the same path we took a second ago. So we can open up a gate that's over here. Run through this stuff that does nothing to you because it's just the chase scene. I think they designed it that way to where they're gonna spray all the red stuff on the ground, but you're not gonna get hit by it unless you like walk directly onto it. But besides that, those enemies don't actually pose a threat to you at this part. Gonna grab another Higashi here. There is a first aid kit over there, but we don't need it because we already have one. But if you do want one, it's right there. Gonna push another thing out of the way. There's a lot of these same things being like pushed over. Odd, weird. Run around here, gonna duck under this. We're gonna get flanked, and we're gonna run this way instead. Again, just avoid some more enemies over here. Again, these guys only pose a threat. Gonna run over here. We're gonna dodge into the cutscene. Oh, we're gonna miss it by a frame. It's fine. And then now we are on our way to Shu's house, which is where the next Dark Shrine part of the run is going to be. And that's where things are gonna get a little dicey. And if you've never seen this game before, you're in for a treat. So I'm hoping you enjoy it. And if you have played the game, I hope you do enjoy it. Because again, it's definitely a departure from like, classic Silent Hill, but it just kind of works in my opinion. It's fun.
So it leads here.
It's something different, you know what I mean? So nothing wrong with that. Yeah, so we're gonna go in here. We have to get a key to open up Shu's house.
Partner, it's me.
Again, yelling for her friend who's not there. We'll go in here, see a note left behind by Shu. We're gonna quickly glance over that. Grab that. Grab these 3 red capsules because they are very useful. And then we're going to continue to our next Dark Shrine,
So I'll wait for the 2 of them
which,
inside the house.
in my opinion, is the start of when this run gets pretty difficult. The game is pretty much easy until this point, in my personal opinion. So, but if we die, it's not the end of the world. I don't think we're going to, because we've had pretty good luck so far. We've been playing well. but it is not impossible, I will say. So once again, we're following the fox man through here, and he's gone, of course, because nobody waits for you in this game. This is called the ritual part of the run. It's like ritual chambers, I think is what the game says it is, like in saves. But anyways, and there will be multiple rituals taking place. So go up here, we're gonna grab another divine water. And watch, she's literally gonna disappear in front of us. Literally disappears. Okay, well his hitbox was still there and blocked me, that's cool. There's a chance that this enemy will follow us up to the door, which is bad because then we'll have to kill it before we open the door. Hopefully everything will be okay. If not, we can just take it out and then we'll be on our way. Oh, cool, we're good. All right, so we got this knife and we got this pole arm essentially we've been using. Well, we're not gonna use those anymore because you are now equipped with a box arm. You're welcome. If you've never seen this, you're welcome. I've interrupted his dialogue. I didn't know that could happen. Okay, cool. Go down here, and now that we have our lovely fox arm, we're going to use it to take out some enemies and continue on through the ritual chambers to get to our next ritual. Usually I run by this enemy. I'm actually going to play it a little bit safe and take it out because I do want to maintain a good amount of health for this. And we usually just run past it, but she always comes up to you and hits you in the back. I don't want to deal with it. I want to just make it so that it's clean. So we're going to open the door and just keep going. Gonna dodge this enemy. Thank you. All right, now a little bit of RNG is gonna come into play here because we have one of those romper beast enemies. We're gonna come in here, focus attack, and hopefully after we get it stunned and we open the sword, it does not hit us after this. Okay, cool, that's good. Still a chance he can get us. Please leave me alone. Okay, cool. Use a Hagashi. Now we're gonna fight this enemy, and hopefully he doesn't spawn anything. Focus for just 1 second. Okay. Focus attack. Cool. Stun for a minute. We can get some damage in. The main concern with this enemy is it birthing a monster. We do not want that to happen at all. So, good start to this. Gonna wait again just in case. Cool. Got another good attack in. Got a good stun in. Keep it going. We're gonna get spit on. Gonna dodge it. I didn't get a perfect dodge, but whatever. Should be dead any second now. Nice, okay, cool. That was very good. Gotta wait a second, now we have to siphon the energy. Again, new Silent Hill things. Yeah, so you basically siphon the enemy's essence in a word, and then you are allowed to continue. Second ritual, you now have a really cool fancy back tattoo. Pretty sick.
Body and mind belong to you.
We are now going to pop in down here, and we are going to hopefully have a good part here. This part can get kind of dicey and weird. Gonna get their attention. We're gonna run back over here. Wait a quick second. We want the enemy to get into the staircase. Kind of want all the enemies to come in here for a second. I want to take out that enemy. Oh wow, I don't know how I missed everything that was interesting. Okay. Oh, hello. Don't. That's not good. Okay. Yep, again. RNG, awesome. Okay. Please don't. Okay, that was actually really good. We need to get this enemy siphoned because they will come back. Kind of played it a little bit safe here, but again, I'd rather not die and have to do the part over again. And it's a problem if she screams and you get stunned and then you get hit by an enemy. Kind of a pain. Okay, so we're good. All we have to do is take her out now. Siphon this enemy. Don't hit me, please. I beg you. Okay. You're going to hit me anyways, it goes. This is very typical of this enemy to just sit there and scream at you over and over again until you just stay stunned. Okay. Well, I'm gonna heal in case she hits me again. Come on. You are a problem today. The screams never stop. All right, that's fine. Took a little bit longer than I wanted it to, but you know, it's fine. At least we didn't die. I could have YOLO'd a couple things, but I'm glad I took my time on that because I'd rather just have it clean and not have to restart a couple parts. Because thankfully checkpoints are pretty nice in this run, but they also can be a pain to get through again. What are you doing? Okay, not this. No. All right, fine. Taking this guy just for safety also. Because again, I'd rather not die. Thank you. And we're also going to siphon his energy. I believe that will actually put us... Okay, good. So it did. So now that that thing is glowing, you did see a second ago. I actually forgot to mention it. You can go into what's called I believe it's a beast-style form, but essentially you turn into a Super Saiyan and do a ton of damage. That's kind of what I explained it as. We're going to drink another divine water because we had all of our sanity back. We're gonna run up here and do our third and final test in this area, which I believe is the hardest. I'm actually gonna grab this because I want to. Oh, it's not even there. Interesting. Cool. So there's a lot of RNG in this part. I'm hoping it goes well. We do already have our B-style form ability to use. So take out this enemy real quick. So kind of glad we do that way. This part's gonna be kind of a lot simpler to do. Another focus attack here. This enemy can also control these enemies. It'll actually basically pull them on a tie. Let me siphon, please. Okay. We're gonna go to B-style form. Take out this enemy real quick because this enemy is a gigantic problem. So. How are you not dead? Thank you. Now we're gonna just kind of clean up a couple more enemies with this. Cool, that's good. Also, if you are in B-style form, you don't have to siphon their essence essentially. All right, can you attack? Thank you very much. Cool. Cool, and that is the last of those little challenges, which is really nice. So pretty good. I wish the second one was a little bit smoother, but it's okay. Not too shabby. All right. And we'll be skipping this cutscene as well, obviously, but you get a really cool mask. Cool mask. Anyways, you've seen Face Off, you get the idea.
I have been reborn.
Cool, so now she is completely reborn. He's gonna walk away and disappear on us again. But again, I would like to talk more about the lore of this, but I would rather just I don't want to give a lot away in case you haven't played it. There's a lot going on. I know it's probably very confusing, but it does make sense. I'll grab this divine water, and then we can use this new ability to open up these walls that have this little design on them. Again, I know it's odd, but I think it's pretty cool, honestly. Then one more wall. So basically, actually, no, I'm not going to spoil. I was going to talk about New Game Plus. No, I'm gonna let Maxie show you guys that. But when he gets to this area, you're going to be like, oh, this looks different. It's because it is. So we're going to actually sacrifice that med kit.
Breathtaking.
So we can get another divine water, which in my opinion is more important. All right, so now we have to basically let them walk for a minute. You unfortunately can't skip this cutscene. It doesn't take that long. But it does kind of show that there's all these followers that are within this dark shrine. And as you can probably tell, they all look very, very similar. Which I believe is very intentional. But essentially, I'm sure you've picked up on, they are basically doing ceremonies for getting married. A lot of the stuff that happens, especially in the ritual segment, is in the worship section too, actually. So in the worship section with her friends like Shu and Sakugo and Rinko, she's essentially getting rid of them, so to speak. And it's basically showing that she is letting go of, her personal things and the things she loves, like friendships and stuff behind. to go into this new direction in her life, to get married, which I think is really, really interesting and really, really cool the way they did that. And then in this one, from what I understand and what I take from it is she is basically giving up parts of herself to be good for this Foxman. So again, it's kind of on the nose, but it may not be as well. I just think a lot of the things in this game are really, really cool, and the symbolism is very, 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 very beautiful in my opinion. Anyway, so we are on the next cutscene. We are on our next boss fight, actually. This is the Rinko boss fight. This fight can get kind of dicey, so I'm going to focus up, but it's a very fun fight, so I hope you enjoy it. 3, 4. We're going to back up, not get blown up. Run back in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for a heavy attack. Stun. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully another stun. Nope, did not get a stun.
Like this, Rinko.
We got a counter though, so that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did not want to do that one, but it's fine. Back up, back up. Use a Higashi. Okay, good RNG. Counter that attack. She's gonna try to throw some fire at me. Let's hopefully dodge it. Perfect dodge, nice. Oh, come on. I'm not taking any chances on this. We're gonna wait on the focus attack. I feel like doing an attack like this. See? Thank you. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That was good. No, don't get blown up by that. Hold up. Let's be safe here. Nah, she's gonna throw more enemies at me. Basically, they'll charge at you, and they'll blow up, which you don't want. Another one, so you have to avoid that. Cool, so this is the end of the fight when she does this. So, honestly, pretty solid fight. Oh, back up from that. Come on. Oh, come on. How is she not dead yet? How are you not done? There we go. Okay. I was going to say, how is that fight not over yet? But yeah, that was pretty decent. Pretty decent. I did play it safe a little bit, but again, I think that's important. So now we've woken up again as Hinako in the normal world. And now we have to make our way down the mountain, essentially. And we have to get back to the Shimizu residence.
Running out of time. Hang on.
And again,
you two. I'm coming for you.
I'm sure there's a little bit of confusion on what's happening. Yeah, you just gotta play it. You gotta play it and see. But essentially, you are going back and forth between the normal world and the Dark Shrine, and you're kind of getting told the story from two different sides of the same coin, basically. Now we're going down here. We have to get to the Shimizu residence, which is my home. Please go away. Thank you. Which is back to the knife. So we basically use the knife and the sigil for most of the run at this point. Use a Higashi here. Gonna start charging her a focus attack, which does take a long time with the knife. Does a lot of damage though, so we try to use it as much as possible. Gonna get stunned here. This is typical, and we're gonna get... Okay, cool. Perfect dodge. Let's keep going. Dang. That's fine. Okay, cool. That enemy's down. So we have to do some of those fights because basically the game, the enemy puts up like a huge wall of just gross gunk, which will block your path, so you have to take it out, unfortunately. But yeah, there are a number of forced combat sections in this run, and that is one of them. There is a couple more in this area. I don't think I've ever gotten out of this without getting stuck. We're making our way back into the main Abisugaku territory, where where the main part of the town is. So we have to go through that area to get to back to my house where the game started, essentially. Which is a very toxic part of the run, in my opinion. We're gonna get chased here, but it's not that big of a deal. Then there's gonna be some plot that you guys can see for about a second and a half. Then we'll move on. Cool, that enemy is gone. We're gonna pop a divine water so we can have sanity for the next part. So we can use more focus attacks, which is, again, as you can probably tell, you've seen, it's very, very useful.
This place is still untouched.
Some lore. And it's gone. It's over. I want to switch to this weapon. Thank you. Gonna grab a first aid kit here because it's smart. Will you please move? Thank you. Gonna grab another knife because they're overpowered and we need them.
Nothing but a hive of monsters.
As you can see, the town is like getting more and more messed up. Like the look of this game is just so freaking cool to me. Another Higashi, so we can just go to town on this guy without running out of stamina.
Not going to become one
Charge
of
up,
you.
focus attack. Swipe away and hopefully we don't get killed. Come on. Okay. Fine. Come on. How are you not? Thank you. Okay. Frame drops. My frames game. It's actually not that bad. Usually it's way worse. But yeah, so we got rid of that enemy. Now we're almost back at the the place we started the game at Shimizu's house. So, that one. There's a lot of juggling, like which weapon do I need to get rid of to keep going and stuff like that. And you don't want to get rid of the wrong weapon because, especially in this area, there's a lot of weapon juggling. Like switching between like the sickle and the knife for certain things. This is scary, but you can just run over here and you're fine. Will you not chase me, please? I beg you. Sir, I beg you, please don't take my health away. I need it. Okay, we're good. Ooh, he went for it.
It's got my home too.
Cool. Now we're back at Shimizu house, Shimizu residence. And in my opinion, this is one of the hardest parts of the run, so hopefully it all goes okay. Switch back to this knife. We're going to repair it. And we actually have a fair amount of focus left, or sanity, actually. So we're going to just use one of those red capsules to get it up a little bit. And another red capsule there anyways. Get the calendar. We'll return to the store much later in this area. So there's kind of a PT... Oops, I forgot this. There's kind of a PT thing going on in this run, or this part of the game. You're going to see this house loop in over and over again. And in my opinion, it's really freaking cool. It's a little bit confusing for your first time, but it is neat. So a little bit of PT in there for you. I'm going to grab this bandage because this part is very toxic and you can easily take a lot of damage here. Oh, that's not a good spot. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, that's good RNG. Okay, come on. She heard me, I guess. Open the door. Oh my God. Yep, that's scary. And that's why I grabbed this. What's whoa. I'm sorry. I've never had her like be at the door like that before. Wow, that was scary. Well, hopefully we are going to be okay because we use a lot of health just now. We didn't really have a choice though. Gonna focus attack here for this enemy. Because he will just punish you if you don't do that right away. I'm gonna grab this picture because it's important later for a puzzle. Can you run, please? Thank you very much. Gonna get a good dodge in here. There we go.
I can't remember.
We gotta be kind of careful now. We did lose a lot of health items just now. So we gotta be a little bit careful here. Gonna grab a couple key items here. There is another capsule that I'm gonna grab because I feel like I need more health than usual. Go in, gonna grab this. Do this next puzzle, which is gonna be really fast.
Looks like this.
They all go on the same scale except for one of them. For this one. Oop, put that back, please. Sorry, dropped input. That's cool. Move that. There we go. Get that medallion. So you're gonna see me grab several medallions in this for a puzzle later on. That's the kind of the vibe for a lot of these areas is get the 3 items and come back here. All right, cool. So we're going to do something kind of scary here. We're going to open up this door and then immediately dodge an enemy to get this knife. Nice. We're going to place this one. No, use this one. Equip the right thing. We're going to run over here because it basically makes this enemy not chase you, I've noticed. Can you open the door though?
Is this?
There's one of those big like huge enemies that jump on you that's in that hallway. And running to that side of the wall has made it so he does not chase you as much, and that's a very neat trick to have. He will chase us later along with another guy, so it's unfortunate, but it's better than dealing with him, honestly. It's faster and it's a lot easier. Plus, you have to be really careful with... Nice. Good RNG. You have to be really careful with how you use your weapons in this area with certain enemies. And I use this item to increase our inventory space. I don't feel like losing my sanity, so I'm gonna wait just one quick second. Please go away. Okay. Usually I would just kind of brute force it, but I do not want to lose my sanity on this one. Like, realistically and in-game. So, there's that. Alright, cool. We're gonna use a focus attack on this enemy right here. Oop. Usually takes one hit, it's fine. Just got one of those key items that was a ball of I believe it was a ball of wax. We're gonna use that wax to get a key out of the said wax. And that picture we grabbed earlier, we're going to be putting that on the wall. So a lot of puzzles here, but there's a lot of enemies that are going to absolutely destroy you as well. So you have to be really careful. There's not, excuse me. Ooh. Whoa, I ran out of stuff there. Okay, that's kind of scary. That was very interesting. You know what? I'm just going to deal with this. Whoa, you're here. That's actually not good. I did not get the attack I needed to get. It's okay. We're just kind of going to go for it. We're just going to go for it. Hit the thing. Hello? Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. How did I not get hit there at all? That was insane. I'm kind of mad I did not get that lady though. Because I should have been able to counter her and it did not work for whatever reason. Have to be really careful here. I'm gonna eat one of these also. We have a lot of extras, so please don't hit me. Okay. There is another health item I'm going to grab early in this next room because of the amount of damage we've taken. Do not hit me, please. Thank you. This part, we got to kind of run through these enemies. Please don't hit me. Oh, they're coming. Don't hit me. No. Okay. I'm going to grab this item because it is going to be very useful right now.
You're fine.
Usually I wouldn't, but I do not want to die. Oh. Whoa. That was scary. Please don't hit me. Stamina, please. I'm begging you. Like I said, a lot of RNG on this run. Okay, that's good. Cool. That's fine. Do it. Jump. Cool. That could have been a lot worse than it was. So she's a problem, but it's okay. Uh-oh. All right, please don't hit me right now. This is just not good. I'd rather just take her out so I don't have to worry about it. Okay. Okay, that's fine. A little bit slow, but honestly, I'd rather do that than die. I've eaten a lot of these, unfortunately, so I need to be careful later on.
Does something go here?
Yep. Very rough RNG. Cool. We're about done with this area. We are about at our next boss fight. Ooh, excuse me. We're gonna wait here for 1 second because the enemy's just kind of running and jump out. Cool. Thank you. Bye. Please don't do a ton of damage to me. Oh my gosh. She is like on me. Oh my gosh. Look at all this free damage we get. Look at that. Look at that. That happens very often to where you basically just get like put in mass danger just by opening the door. This game does not have iframes of any kind, it seems. Okay. Gonna get that toolkit. We are going to make sure we have a lot of sanity. We're gonna get that Hagashi. We're gonna eat this one. Now we're on to our next boss fight. This is the mom and dad boss fight. There's a lot of RNG in it, a lot of moving parts. Let's see if this hope it goes well. Okay, so she's stuck on him, which is what you want. Focus attack. Nice. Gonna save and go over here. Oop. Prepare your weapon, please, and thank you. I don't like when she does that. I'm just gonna run over here for a second.
This doesn't make any sense!
Should be dead in just 1 second. Oh. Okay, cool. That was close, but we got him. That is the mom and dad boss fight. Now we're back to other Hinako in the Dark Shrine. So, things are still going pretty well. We have not had a single death yet. Run's still pretty solid. We have used a lot of health items, so we have to be careful about that, especially because this area is... This is one of the 2 last Fox Hinako parts that are very, very difficult as far as like the forced fights you have to do. There's a couple items we can get that are going to make it a little bit easier, so we're going to definitely grab those health items because we are in kind of in dire need for health. You have to go through these 3 different rooms that are going to give us 3 different medallions. Once again, we are on the medallions again. Again, it's a very reoccurring theme. Grab this divine water in here. All right. First of the 3 rooms that we have to do. So hopefully we're going to get some good RNG here. Give me a counterable attack, please. Thank you. We're going to come in here. We're going to start focus attacking. We're charging up for it. Maybe. Okay. Unfortunately, we did not get 2 of them. That's fine, though. Where did you go? Thank you. That's okay. Kind of a rough start with this guy, but it's not a big deal. We have to get that guy's stuff. We got another Yokon, which is good. You have to get your essence. This area or room is kind of bad. Hold on. Nice. Okay. How neat. The game just ignored my attack. Okay, sir. It's pretty bad. Get me out. Get me out. Get me out. Get me out. Just in case. Not risking that. That was a rough little spot of RNG there. Please stop screaming. Thank you. Again. Come on. There we go. That was very dicey, but we did get out of it, so could have been a lot worse. Okay, cool. That's the first one. That wasn't too terrible. So, in my opinion, the next one is the hardest one, so if we can do that, we'll be all right. Get another divine water here so we can get our sanity back. Take care of this wall, and then we are in here now. All right, cool. Into the next one now. The banquet, has it come to a close? Cool, now we're in our next room. We're going to, let me see what I can do here. I actually know what I'm gonna do. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna heal after I get into this next room and get a bandage. Have to be fast though, because the one of these is in here and it's kind of a pain. Take out this wall. Okay, take care of you first. Then heal. Be very careful. Gonna play it safe here. Focus attack, please. Oh, that's not good, sir. Okay. I don't know how I'm doing this right now, but we're gonna try to. Okay. Okay. Hurry up. That's actually not bad. Okay. I don't know how we made it out of that, but we did. Wow, that was actually amazing. I don't know how I made it out of that, chat, but we freaking did it. Okay, cool. So there's that. I think there's another. Can you move, please? Thank you. I guess another one of these does spawn. That was kind of odd. Kind of cool at the same time. Cool. So we're going to take out this emblem on this box now. And then we're going to go over here and get another Higashi. I don't know how I made it out of that. That was kind of insane. Get this key.
Innocent
Cool.
and afraid.
Open this door. And we are going to be grabbing something called sushi, which I'm sure you all know what sushi is. But it actually refills everything. It refills your health, your sanity, and your stamina, which is a very, very, very cool item. It's basically your emergency, which I usually wouldn't get that, but considering our health situation right now, not the best. So take another one. Why not? Okay. Focus attack on this guy. This is one of the hardest ones, but we have to be very careful with it. Get that one first. Come over here. We're going to get this egg. Okay, we have to hurry up and get this egg. Come on, please, 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 please. Hurry up. That one's done. Oh. Okay. I'm just going to... Usually you don't have that one spawn, but it's fine. All right, cool. We're good now. That was kind of dicey, but I'm not that worried about it. Come on, hurry up. Get the other one. Cool, there's that. Pick out this guy real quick, which will be easy. Cool. Little siphon there. All right, cool. And that is the end of this little area. That could have gone a lot worse, and I feel like I got very lucky on certain parts, so I'm actually pretty happy with how that went.
Your insignia.
Cool. Now you have to take all these emblems we got and put them in this gigantic picture. Always the same on this one. Gold goes here. White goes here, and the black one goes here. So funny enough also, depending on the ending that you're doing, the puzzles from this Shimizu house and onward will be different. Depending on the ending that you're basically locked into. It's very, very interesting. It's really cool. Cool. All right, so now we're going to be back on normal Hinako now. In a fit of rage, going to find the white fog monster that has been basically like plaguing, excuse me, please, plaguing with her and everything that's going on. We're gonna repair a weapon real quick. We're gonna run over here. Now the next part, we're actually gonna do a checkpoint reload because it will de-aggro some enemies that are by us.
Get away with this.
He might actually hit us. Might be a problem. Yeah, it's okay. Cool. That was bad. Not our fault though. It is what it is. So now we got the checkpoint. We're gonna go to the title screen. We're gonna confirm, and then we're gonna continue, and we're gonna be right back to where we were. But that enemy is just gonna be despawned, basically. Gonna use a Higashi right away, and we're gonna go to town on this guy. Not that one. That one. Thank you. Oh, you're in a bad spot. Oh, that's not good. I did not want to hit him. That was really weird RNG. Okay. Not the end of the world. Can you please? Sir. Thank you. That was very odd.
When everything
I've never accidentally killed that enemy before, but he was in such a weird spot that it was like almost impossible to not hit him. That enemy will always try and grab you, so be careful.
Look at this! It's all up.
There's actually health up here. I'm going to grab it just because. And why not grab that too? But I have such little health, I don't want to... We're still a pretty decent run, and it's deathless, so I'm actually pretty happy with that.
Give it back! Give back everything you've taken from me!
I don't like that he's right behind me. It's kind of unfortunate. No! Oh my gosh, be careful. That was very lucky. Cool. And we're gonna be... I think that's the last time we do that. Yeah, it is. So once again, quitting out just to de-aggro the enemies, and then we're gonna go right back to the combat. Use another Higashi, and then we're gonna take this enemy out. Actually, I'm not gonna use that. I don't really want to. Don't blow yourself up, please. Oh, that was almost real bad. Come on. Oh, that's not ideal. Oh, come on. Oh, I thought you were doing your... Okay. Nice dodge. All right, so that enemy's down now. Sorry for the frame. This is kind of how that part is.
No!
Cool. Got the red capsule. We're going to grab this health also. We're going to heal because we are not doing super hot.
You took everything!
Grab this, and we're going to replace this guy because it's like dunzo. Oh, actually, give me that.
Try to take me!
Get a couple more items we need over here. Nice frame drop.
Make this easy for you!
Take out this enemy real quick. Can you stop? Thank you.
Suffer!
How you weren't dead. Okay.
It's your fault. It's all your fault!
I'm gonna aggro this guy. Cool. All right, cool. So now we're gonna hope this fight goes well. Oh, I don't know why I don't have a stronger weapon. That's really interesting. It's fine. Very odd. Oh, what was that? Okay, this is actually unfortunate. Fine. Whoa! Oh, no, 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 no. Come on, give me a chance. Give me a chance. No! Okay, it's fine. That's just bad luck, man. So I got grabbed and then I immediately got spit on. But it's fine. Almost deathless, but that's honestly not that big of a deal.
You know, while we're kind of
That's
making the way back here, I just want to mention from a casual point, we will be seeing another difficulty after this Lost in the Fog. If I'm being honest, I think hard new game is the hardest challenge this game has.
Come back here and face me!
It's a lot. It's fun, but it is a lot.
Yeah, it's brutal.
So fortunately we did have a death, but hey, you know what? Considering the RNG I had earlier, I feel like I was like kind of overdue for it, to be honest.
Hey, it's been a pretty good run in general.
Thank you. It's almost over. We have one more part with Hinako. Okay, that was odd because I dodged, but it's okay, game. Cool. Okay, I am just getting bad luck all around. Okay, please stop. Thank you. I'm still gonna get hit. It's amazing. Okay, finally. Okay, that was odd, but all good. I think I forgot to repair one of my weapons, but not that big of a deal. We're on the last part with Hinako. Until later, we have one more thing to do with Fox Hinako, and then we are going to be at the end of the run. Yeah, very unfortunate how we were this close to the end and we died. But hey, you know what? Still been pretty solid, I think. Just got to close everything off here. This is I think is the hardest part, in my opinion. This part and then the last part with Fox and Echo. But I think I just had a little bit of a flaw in the last part, but not that big of a deal. This part, though, either goes really well or it becomes a mess. So I'm hoping for the first one, obviously, but pretty confident. But we'll see. We'll see what RNG does to me here. I'm gonna grab that health. Grab this one. Hang out here for a second. Wait for some enemies to come in here. Focus for an attack. Oh, I only got one. That's kind of unfortunate. They got stuck on that bench. It's okay. They're still bunched up enough to where I can get some good hits in. Oh, that's not good. Come on, get up. Come on. All right, cool. All right. That's the first one. There's 3 total. And they get harder and harder as you go on. But that wasn't too bad. The game just kind of blocks you there for a second without doing anything. All right, cool. And this is probably my favorite part visually of the game. It's just so freaking cool looking. It's haunting, but it is absolutely beautiful. Oh, I have a lot of these. Nah, I think I'm all right. I did grab an extra what's it called, and then didn't even use it. All right, come on. Oh, okay. I thought I could do it before that. I hate waiting for them to attack, but sometimes it's necessary. Oh, okay. I don't know how that happened. Come on. I'd rather get over there. Really? Oh, that. I need to siphon this guy because they wake back up if you don't siphon them. Get rid of that one. You're gonna yell again, and I hate it. It's the last one on this one, so hopefully after this, the third one goes by smoothly. Oh, come on. Don't do that. This thing has so much health. It's insane. Thank you. Okay. All right, we are good to go. All right, here comes the last one. This is definitely the longest one and the hardest one. But then after that, all we have to do is a couple 4-spot fights, and then it's the last boss. So we are almost there. Oops. We are almost there, chat.
The world is celebrating me. I should go see my parents.
No, you leave me alone, sir. Thank you. Grab this Romane real quick, which you could grab one earlier in the game, but oh man, I think I just have too many. Actually, hold on. I'm just gonna do this. Actually, get that and then just use that. I think I just have one too many. What are they called? Toolkits, but I'm gonna just save it because you never know. Because this game is weird. Gonna make him attack and then just hang out over there. And if done right, I'll just chill, which he is because my stamina went back up. Or else you have to deal with them. All right. Come here. Do your thing. Thank you. I need to kill you fast. I knew it. Oh, that's insane RNG. Nice.
Don't try to stop me.
Come on. You out real quick. What? Oh, is he gone? Oh, I did get that guy. Okay. I didn't see him die. So I was like, what the heck happened? Interesting RNG. No, thank you. That's really good. Nice. This is really good. Let's go. Don't jinx it. You're going to be stuck over there. Oh, come on. I'm sorry. This game is really, really good sometimes. Just the attacks that just don't do anything. Okay. Hurry up, thank you. That enemy is notorious for doing that. It's like straight up just ignores everything you're doing. Oh my gosh, do you have every amount of health in the world? Please. And this guy's coming over here. All right, I need to get away from this. In the safe side. I like these enemies are just still here. This enemy is so annoying sometimes. Come on. Thank you. That's what I wanted. Back off just in case. I need to pull this in also. Nope. I love when my focus attacks don't miss. It's actually the best. All right, come on. There we go. All right. Cool. All we have to do now is do a couple things as Hinako, as normal Hinako, and then that's the last boss. We are so close.
Almost home.
The closer we get, the more bummed out I am about that one death in this run. Cool. We are now here. Now, you should watch this cutscene on your own. It is very, very brutal, but it is really, really cool. But yeah, obviously I'm going to skip it, but if you've seen it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But okay, cool. So now we are normal Hinako in the dark shrine that you were at the beginning of the game. And she says that she doesn't recognize this place and she's never seen it before. So it's kind of like something that you realize is she doesn't know what any of this is. Like whenever she's like been out cold or asleep or whatever, she's never seen this. She has no recollection of it. So again, the game's writing is really, really cool, and it's a very important piece of work in my opinion. What the story is like fully about with making your own choices and growing up and stuff like that. Yeah, so we essentially have, I think it's 2 force fights that are very simple, and then it's the last boss fight. So we are so close. This run has been very, very cool though. Not a whole lot of issues. 1 death, but also crazy RNG to where I probably should have died multiple times and somehow didn't. So I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, not a lot going on just yet. We're just trying to make our way through this little shrine area. All right, force fight number 1. It's going to be very, very fast. We're basically just going to use this this crowbar to take out a couple enemies. Cool. And then one more time on this guy. Don't you dare. Who's getting ready for a grab? Cool. Another divine water. As you've seen, we've drinking a lot of these because focus attacks and counters and everything in this run are very, very important. Cool. Here is our last force fight before the last boss fight.
I'll keep doing this.
And it should go relatively clean.
It's red with your blood.
Focus attack this egg. Take out whatever's in here. That's unfortunate. Thank you. Okay.
Stay out of my way.
Okay. Wait a second for stamina to come back. Cool. That guy's done. We're going to switch to the sledgehammer, which is probably my favorite weapon in this game. Oh, I don't. That's right. I have more than enough. We're going to heavy attack these eggs and this next enemy that comes up. but it's always a one-shot, which is pretty neat because of the Amamori and the fact that this weapon is very, very strong. Yeah, just kind of cleaning house right now. Last one here. Cool. All right, I'm actually gonna grab this med kit because of all the bad luck we've had on this run. Probably don't need that toolkit, but again, that's fine. We're gonna be using only 2 weapons for the last boss fight. I'm gonna grab that too. 2 weapons for the last boss fight. We're gonna start with the sledgehammer, and then we're gonna switch over to the knife, and then the knife is gonna carry us to the end of the fight. Just gotta get a couple more items real quick.
This is it.
Grab this bandage. Ooh. I'm gonna sacrifice one of those. Last divine water. I believe you get another bandage out here, and I'd rather have multiples than just one thing. And I'm gonna have 8 red capsules. That should be fine. Here's the last one here. And then we're gonna get our last bit of items and our kitchen knife that we're gonna use right here, and then we're gonna be on the last boss fight. Can you give me that? Thank you. No, we need that. My inventory is very odd looking. Yeah, I definitely like mix match the weapon at some point or something. I don't need that many. It's fine. Yeah, I grabbed an extra one. It's fine. Cool. So basically we're here to confront the Foxman and confront just the Fox Hinako. And that's what's basically happening right now. We're going to use a divine water. I'm just gonna heal up all the way because we're gonna pop a Higashi, and then we're gonna just go into the last boss fight. It won't be time after the last boss fight. We have a little bit of a segment afterwards. It's very, very short. But as far as fights go, this is our last one. So let's see how it goes.
You still cling to life.
All right. Start with a heavy attack. Hopefully we get some good hits in here because she can move around. Nice. That's good RNG. One more attack should put her in phase 2. Cool. Now she's in phase 2. We're going to switch to the dagger. We're going to wait for her to get up, and then we're going to charge a focus attack. Thank you. Start charging, and as soon as we can attack, we're going to. Cool. Now we're going to hopefully get some good hits in here. Good RNG so far. Good. Okay, that's phase 2. Now we're going to run away because she doesn't take any damage here. So we're just going to kind of leave her be for a minute. Oops. I mean, when it creates some distance because she does an attack that is room wide, and I went the wrong way. It's okay. That's kind of brutal, actually. We should be fine. We might actually take a lot of damage here. Yeah, went to the wrong side. It should be fine. It's fine. We'll just heal up real quick. That was my fault. Thought I was on the other side. Oh. Oh, okay, that's unfortunate. All right, so I haven't died here in a long time. The fight's not over, but it does take a little bit longer to finish the fight. That's very upsetting and interesting, but that's fine.
I'm not giving up, Hinako.
It did ruin like how fast that fight could be, but it's not a big deal.
Won't.
She does get some health back here. Whoa, how did you not dodge out of that? Nice counter. Okay, that's fine. We got plenty of resources still, so I'm not really concerned. All right. Repair weapon real quick. Focus attack. Nice dodge with a nice counter. Oh, come on. Ooh, this is very interesting. There we go. Okay, that's the fight. Fortunately, we did have a death there as well, but that's okay. That's the fight. Now all we have to do is get through this next little section, and then that'll be time.
All right, good stuff.
We're gonna grab these red capsules, even though they are literally pointless. But you have 99. Actually, no, you have 103 of them. So in case you run out, there you go. All right, cool. And we're kind of just phasing in and out of different realities right now. Excuse me, please. Thank you.
Are you insane?
Shut up! Out of my way!
And it's a lot to digest, a lot to take in, but you got to play the game and you have to see the other endings and kind of put all the puzzle pieces together. You're kind of phasing in and out between the real world and then different parts of the Dark Shrine, which is a really cool, interesting thing, I think.
Hell alone!
Wait, everyone, just hold on.
And then everyone's just yelling at Hinako about what's going on in the story. But yeah,
Are you doing
it's a little convoluted, but it is cool.
I understand.
All right, this will be the last little section we're in.
Hinako,
Excuse me.
we made a promise to each other, didn't we?
Gonna jump through.
You traitor!
Excuse me, sir. This one's also gonna pop out, but it's fine.
Please stop!
All right.
Hinako,
Excuse me. Thank you.
I'm so sorry.
Take her right here, and then all we have to do now is go forward.
I didn't think.
Yeah, it's basically she's just losing her mind at this point.
Talking like my friends!
And again, you need to play this game if you haven't. It's an awesome game, and characters are cool. The environments are cool. Even with the fox arm, it's pretty cool. So definitely give it a shot. We're just gonna run through these last doors real quick. She's gonna slow down one more time before she can get through them.
A bit longer.
A little bit faster, Hinako. All right, and that's time.
GG.
And that's Silent Left, new game. Unfortunately, we did have a couple deaths, but I think all in all, considering how the run went, it was pretty solid, and it was a lot of fun. And I'm really glad that I got to put this on for you guys. And I want to thank Ek for having me on here to run this.
Yeah, definitely.
Skip that of this cutscene real quick, 'cause it is a little bit of a lengthy cutscene. But yeah, so it's a lot. Unfortunately, there is no in-game timer, from what I remember. But that definitely was PB pace until the very end, unfortunately. But you know what? Sometimes that happens, and it is what it is. I'm still pretty proud of that run. You mind if I do a couple shout outs real quick?
Absolutely. If you didn't mention it, I was going to bring it up. Shout outs.
Thank you.
After that, let people know where they can find you.
Thank you, dude. So yeah, I want to shout out everybody that runs this game. I want to shout out, I wrote the name down because I honestly forgot. I apologize. Ying Li, who is an incredible runner of this category, and also Captain Ezekiel, who is a madman and runs this and a lot of other really cool horror games. He laid out a lot of groundwork for this run. And honestly, I copied a lot of his run, and he helped me out a lot. So definitely big shout outs to him. And anyone that runs horror games, Silent Hill speedrunning community. I've been with you guys for a long time. You guys are nothing but awesome. So yeah, again, thank you guys for having me on here, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And definitely stick around for the next run, which is Maxi Loeb's doing the New Game Plus run, because there's a fair amount of difference between areas. They're going to be a lot different, and the ending is also completely different. So definitely check out that run after I'm off of here. But yeah, that's it. And also you can find me at twitch.tv/deathtropes. I run a lot of Silent Hill games, a ton of horror games, a lot of Resident Evil. And yeah, that's pretty much where you'll find me. That's who I am. That's where I'm at.
All right. Thank you very much for that run of Silent Hill F, the first showcase of the game on GDQ Airwaves. Once again, if you did enjoy Death Tropes, you can find his link in the chat there, twitch.tv/deathtropes. Death Tropes. I'm tongue slipped there.
It's all right.
All right, everyone. Welcome back from the break. Hope you all enjoyed that run of Silent Hill F new game. So we learned a lot about Silent Hill in the last game, and one of the things is in the actual game, it's not quite a one playthrough game. There's this idea of having to beat the game multiple times, because on New Game Plus, it may as well be a different game. So I'm actually doing a bit of a double feature for you here today. Not only are we going to be seeing the true ending of Silent Hill F, but we are going to see a lot of those differences and how it turns into a bit of a different speed run. Not only that, but we're going to be taking a look at some special difficulty that is only available in the New Game Plus run. I'm sure we'll get more descriptions of that and what that means. However, I'll best leave that up to our runner. Up next is Silent Hill F Lost in the Fog True Ending with Maxi Loads. Take it away.
Hello. Hi, chat. Yeah, Lost in the Fog is what the difficulty is called. It's the hardest difficulty, and it's only accessible via New Game Plus. Reason being, if you were to do it on New Game, you would die in one hit to basically everything. So that just kind of shows, how much damage you take. There's also a lot of other changes. I'm gonna get into it as we start the run. So here, action Lost in the Fog. Still doing story puzzles. The puzzles don't really change the category. So, all right, we're gonna get started very soon. Here's the pink rabbit costume that pretty much everybody picks. There's no reason not to pick it. It's too cool. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. So, Lost in the Fog. There, obviously, as I said, damage. You take a lot of damage, but there's more to it. You also have way more aggressive enemies, like the aggro range specifically. You saw in Death Trope's run, which, by the way, GG's on that run. That was a good run. You saw that the enemies were pretty aggressive. On Lost in the Fog, they're just tiny bit more aggressive, but really it's the aggro range that changes. They stay aggroed on you for like quite a larger distance, which does make certain sections a little bit more challenging. But yeah, they're relentless, and they also have a lot more health. But because this is New Game Plus, we are going to be doing some pretty crazy stuff to circumvent how much health these enemies do have. We're going to be dealing a lot of damage ourselves, and that comes with the Omamori system, which isn't really accessed in New Game. Omamoris are essentially charms that give Hinako abilities and buffs, and sometimes also nerfs. Sometimes those buffs come with the nerfs. For example, one of the charms that I'm using with the Omamoris is the Weasel. Now, the Weasel will allow us to do more damage on all of our normal attacks. That's huge, right? But it also comes with a bit of a nerf. We cannot stun enemies. And stunning enemies sometimes, you probably saw in the New Game run, that's a pretty crucial part of the combat system is stuns. So the Weasel charm definitely changes the way that you play the game and do combat. Now, also, quickly, just imagine the Crash Bandicoot song playing right now, because that's essentially what this is. It's literally, I think of it, the fog monster is actually just a large boulder, okay? Right, so, Omamoris. The Weasel, I explained the Weasel. Next one I want to explain, Get off me. The next one I want to explain is the elephant. So, in this game, Hinako also gets stunned a lot. And that is a big issue, because there are a lot of enemies who kind of just wombo combo you if you do get stunned. Every single runner of this game complains about the screaming enemies that stun Hinako. But if you're doing New Game Plus, you do have the elephant charm, and the elephant charm will completely stop Hinako from getting stunned. But it does come with a bit of a nerf. You take more damage. So you don't ever get stunned, but you take more damage. Which on Lost in the Fog is pretty risky, but we do need the elephant charm. It just saves too much time. So those are the first two charms that I want to explain. First two Omomoris. The next three, because you can have up to 5 in New Game Plus, kind of all make this particular run possible, mainly for damage output and also for preserving health. So the Tanuki Omamori. The Tanuki Omamori changes physical damage taken to sanity damage taken. Sometimes having sanity is really important, so there are parts of this run where you're going to see me playing very safe in order to preserve it, but there are a lot of times where, most times taking sanity damage is a lot better than taking physical damage, because one of these things kills you when it hits a 0 and the other does not. There's also added enemies in Lost in the Fog, so you're going to see a couple of new enemies pop up where there weren't before in Death Trope's run. And the last two Omomoris I want to explain are the rabbit and the swallow. And they work hand in hand. The rabbit allows you to get a counterattack off of a perfect dodge. But even though that counterattack does a lot of damage, it completely drains all of your stamina. All of it, no matter how much you've upgraded it. Now, that's an issue, but there are ways of making it so that you don't lose that stamina. But the last Omamori stacks with the rabbit. It's the swallow, and the swallow allows you to stack damage every time you get a counterattack, up to 5 stacks. So your damage output just skyrockets if you're able to get all of those stacks up, and we're going to be using that on quite a few bosses. Pretty much every boss. We're going to be trying to use that swallow stack by getting perfect dodges and counterattacks with the rabbit Omamori. So that is the Lost in the Fog Omamori setup. A lot of people tend to ask about it because, Lost in the Fog difficulty really is quite a challenge, even with all of the things that you are given in New Game Plus. It is still a pretty difficult challenge for a lot of people. All right, here we go. Here's our first fight. We're just going to go swinging light attacks. Should die in 3. Now we're going to do a focused attack. Nice. We're going to do another focused attack. And dead. So, the knife. That knife wasn't there before in New Game. That knife only shows up in New Game Plus. So if you're wondering, why didn't Death Tropes do that? It's because he couldn't. But yeah, there's a lot of things added to New Game Plus. There's a lot of features as well. One of those features makes New Game Plus a lot easier to navigate, so that you can get new endings and get new interactions and read new notes and stuff, and that is dev intended skips. So when you do New Game Plus, the puzzles are changed so that you don't have to spend so much time actually doing them or figuring out the solution to them. This is the first example, the first Dark Shrine world. We're going to be doing nothing here in terms of actually solving a puzzle or finding a solution, because we already know the solution, and the game already has the that little piece of the lock. It already has it in the puzzle. We don't have to go retrieve it by finding the three... what do you call these things? I don't even remember what these are called. These things right here. Yeah, you don't have to go look up the three thingamabobs. That's what we'll call them. To go find the cylinder for the lock. So there's a lot more dev intended stuff later on. You'll see it pop up quite a few more times, but yeah. Another thing about New Game Plus that's changed is Fox Hinako. That is going to be showing up much earlier, and there's also going to be new things, new mechanics added to it. I'll explain those a bit later. But for now, we are just kind of big chillin'. I've pretty much gone over a lot of the early game stuff.
I believe they're called Emmas.
Emmas, thank you. Thank you. There we go. So just like that, we don't actually have to go find a piece of the puzzle. This part's a little weird. I don't think it's ever really given me trouble, but I have been close to dying before. Which sounds like it's been giving me trouble, but it's not that risky. If I do get hit, you'll see you're gonna get your first example of how much damage you actually take on Lost in the Fog. It is a considerable amount. Especially with that elephant. Oh, there we go. There goes all my sanity. Okay. Okay. All right. Got me down to half health. Got me down to half. Alright, now we're back in the real world. I will say, Silent Hill F, very, very cool game. Super, super cool game. But, if anyone is ever, like, watching this game or had played this game, even if you played it, like, 5 times over, and you're still like, I don't know what any of this really means. Is any of this real? Yeah, no, you're valid. You're valid.
Yeah.
It's not a easy game to understand, and it's also sometimes not even a game you need to understand. It's more of symbolism and representation more than it is actually having an answer to anything. So take that as you will. Very cool game, though. All right, we're in this this section here. We're coming up to our first extremely risky strat, where we kind of just let RNG do its thing. It's the big mini boss here. Oh. Of course. That's Patty. That's Patty. Patty got me. I was like frames too late on my dodge. Alright, here we go. Now we're really hoping we get good luck. That's not good either. I perfect dodged and still got hit.
What a game.
Epic. Alright.
Actually, I'll ask a question once we're all done with this part, because I know this part's hard.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do the not as safe strat. Okay, he's dead. And now we just pray that we don't get damaged a bunch. I think there's a Ramune over there I might need to pick up. Possibly. We'll see. But we got to do some safe strats here. Okay, what are you doing? Okay, this attack. This is fine. That's not fine. Oh, I got the storehouse key after dying. Epic. All right.
I like how you can grab it after dying.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
All right, let's go grab the ramen real quick. One thing messes up in this run, and it is so much more costly. Getting hit by Patty there was not good. Okay. This is probably the riskiest thing in the run, I'm not gonna lie. And it's right at the start. Okay, be cool. Be cool. Are we being cool?
Yes.
Okay, we're being cool. Nice. All right. Sick. All right. Okay, real quick, I'm gonna go into my inventory and I'm gonna remove the ramune now because we really don't need that at all during the run. It's just a backup item if that happens, which never happens. I never get hit by Patty. All right, Scarecrow. Scarecrow puzzle. Same as before. There's 5 of them. Just gotta find the right one. We know what the right one is, obviously. But Ek, I believe you had a question for after that.
Yeah, so I know there's a few of the New Game Plus weapons. Do they get incorporated into the route?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. There is the classic, for anyone who's played Silent Hill 3, the beam sword. But there's also the sacred sword, which I'm assuming a lot more people have probably found over the beam sword. The sacred sword is very important to true ending because that is one of the requirements for true ending is you need to purify the sacred sword, which we will be doing. But we're not actually going to use the sacred sword very much. Reason being is the beam sword is just that much more powerful. But technically, you know, if you were like in a pinch with like routing, you could use the sacred sword like a little bit in a later section if you needed to preserve the durability of the beam sword. But apart from that, it's just the extra knife that spawns at the beginning. That's the only other extra weapon in New Game Plus that we'll be utilizing. Which, you know, Deathtrope's probably explained that the knife is the best weapon in New Game, and it is. And we're even going to be using it in New Game Plus after this. Not just this first knife, there is another knife we're going to be using just because it's more convenient in one singular fight. All right, this is our last Scarecrow. And then we're moving on to the second Dark Shrine world, which, as I said earlier, we're going to be using Fox Hinako, because in New Game Plus, you were given Fox Hinako early. Oh, wait, no, third one. Third one is Fox Hinako. We're still regular Hinako. I'm skipping too much. This is the second Dark Shrine world where we're going to be fighting Sakuko. who is the first boss of the Dark Shrine world. But we do pick up quite a few items here, actually. This is a very important world for item pickups. You saw me already pick up bandages, toolkits, and a Higashi. That Higashi item I didn't explain yet, because we haven't used one. It's going to be coming into play for the Sakuko fight. Higashis give you unlimited stamina for a period of time. As you can probably already tell just with that sentence, it is a powerful item, one of the most useful items, not only in the run, but I believe just in the game. But we're also going to be picking up Divine Water, which completely restores your sanity and also makes it a little bit more resilient sanity damage. And we're going to be picking up a Kutsu Tea. Kutsu Tea slowly, over a period of time, restores your health and sanity. But Divine Water and Kutsu Tea are extremely important to New Game Plus because, you know, I've already explained, like, the Tanuki Charm. We need to make sure we keep our sanity nice and healthy so we have no large risks of dying. Because later on, you're going to see that there are certain enemies that absolutely annihilate your health. So keeping our sanity nice and healthy is very important. Okay, so I tried to dodge that enemy. Was not successful, but that's okay. Because there is another mechanic that is not used in New Game that can be used in New Game Plus, Lost in the Fog specifically. It's very rare that you're gonna need to use it in story difficulty, which is going to a save point, a shrine, and clearing your mind, which you essentially give some faith to restore sanity. Very underused in a lot of playthroughs, including my own. Very helpful mechanic. But we're going to be doing that as soon as we get to this next shrine. We're going to be clearing mind. See, I couldn't get that dodge either. Those are probably the hardest enemies to dodge, are the ones that fly from the ceiling. There we go, clear mind. Confirm. Alright. We've also got a new weapon in this area, which I don't have equipped right now, but I will be equipping it before the fight coming up. Couldn't get that dodge either, unfortunate. We don't need sanity for Sakuko's fight, so that's okay. But we do need to stop for a second to get some sanity, or some stamina back. There's a Higashi here. Even though this is New Game Plus, because it's Lost in the Fog, we pick up so many items still. It's like, it's necessary, especially for True Ending, which you're gonna see later on. The final boss fight is way different. Okay, we're gonna pick up Divine Water and a First Aid Kit. We're gonna switch to our new weapon. We're gonna take a Higashi because it persists through cutscenes, and let's go. Lock in. Alright, perfect dodge and a counterattack, 3 stabs. Another dodge counter, 3 stabs. She's gonna turn around. Give us the right attack, please. Nope. It's okay. This could still work. Yep. Now we're just gonna stab her until she goes into her dark phase. Now we're really gonna pay attention to audio. I am gonna get hit here for sure. She's gonna get that off. Unfortunate. We did still hit her 4 times though. Okay. Hopefully this is the one cycle. I'm hoping for it. Nope, it's not. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. It's because she stopped me. She debated me with the audio. It sounded like she was in front of me, but... she's this way now. Bad luck on the spawns. Okay. She's gonna die right here. So not the one cycle, but what can you do? There is actually... okay, so early on when this game was getting routed, a lot of people were having trouble getting consistent one cycles on New Game Hard and this category. And the reason being is that Hinako's damage output isn't completely consistent. There are some attacks that will do slightly more damage, and we don't know why. So, usually, even if you do things correctly, there's a chance that you're just not going to get the one cycle anyways. She does not get health back, no. No, that's not how she works as a boss fight. Fortunately. That would suck. Anyways, hey, look, it's the Sacred Sword. So in New Game Plus, if you've already done the ending, which requires you to actually do the necessary steps to spawn the Sacred Sword, the Sacred Sword will just already be at one of the statues. And here we're going to take a Higashi, and we're going to do some backdash tech. I know this looks really goofy, but it is faster. If you do it correctly. I'm not doing it very well. There we go. Oh, I got stuck. This happened last night. Not very good backdashing, but oh well. Still saves a little bit of time. Got stuck on too much collision. Do I still have Higashi? I do. A little bit. Okay. It ran out. It ran out. So, the beam sword. There's multiple different posters for the UFO ending, but the fastest one to acquire the beam sword is the one coming up right here, which I believe is poster number 2. This is poster number 2 in the order for UFO ending. And there it is. Probably one of the coolest things in the game, to be honest, when it comes to unlockables. A good old beam sword. Ooh, okay. Thanks, Unreal Engine 5. Oh, thanks, Unreal Engine 5. I have a very good computer. I actually just got like a completely new build. I did a massive PC upgrade, and I can confirm that this engine just still does weird stuff. It doesn't matter how good your PC is. It's just always going to do weird stuff.
You don't mind me
like
asking, what kind of graphics card did you get?
I got a 5080.
Does it run Silent Hill Remake well?
I haven't tested Silent Hill 2 Remake yet.
Because I'll say right now, I enjoy Silent Hill F because it runs pretty well when I stream it. Silent Hill Remake, I think, is like PowerPoint to me sometimes.
Yeah, Silent Hill 2 Remake is not as optimized. Not as optimized.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I'll probably be testing Silent Hill 2 Remake pretty soon.
There's always the dual PC stream setup you can do.
That's true. That is always an option. So we're just running back through this area. So on New Game Hard, honestly, this part coming up is really, really scary. It's also very scary on this category. You might see my health just completely drop to nothing if this guy... Oh, this guy was being cool. Okay, we got really lucky there. We got super lucky there. He's also not aggroing super hard. Okay, yeah, we got incredibly lucky. Gonna pick up this extra Hagashi. And when I say extra, I don't actually mean extra. We actually need basically everything I'm picking up. It just feels like it's extra. And we're at the school. New Game Plus. Like I said, there's a lot of dev-intended skips going on in New Game Plus. One of the biggest, if not the... Actually, I don't know if it's the biggest. No, the biggest is later, but this is the second largest dev-intended puzzle skip. Remember that locker room that you needed to do all that stuff to find the key for? It's open. We're going to be really careful not to aggro this enemy so we can do the puzzle without her attacking. And when you open this locker, all of the enemies despawn anyways, so we don't have to worry, and we can just leave the school. Now, the school is not a very long section of the run, but this is, like, definitely quite a large time save. It's also very convenient, because like I said before, there are multiple endings that you can't get in New Game. You have to play New Game Plus to really get the full experience, and a lot of those dev-intended puzzle skips really help cut down the playtime for those subsequent playthroughs. Anyways, Fox Hinako. Like I said, third Dark Shrine World, we get Fox Hinako early, so we get to do all of this section of the game in this form, which does kind of change the way that we play it. You're gonna see me specifically use Kutsuti and utilize the beast form. All of the puzzles are the same, though. It's the same exact puzzles you saw in the previous run. But now that we're at Fox Hinako, let me explain a couple of things that are different in New Game Plus, specifically with her. So the Siphon Enemy ability. In New Game, when you acquire the ability to siphon enemies, you cannot siphon them in a group. You have to do them one by one. But on New Game Plus, you can siphon as many enemies as there are to siphon as long as they are in range. Which is very, very convenient. Another thing is that in New Game, when you use sanity restoration items, it does not restore beast form. On New Game Plus, sanity restoration items do restore beast form. Ah, I got swiped. Don't swipe, don't swipe, don't swipe, don't swipe. Thank you. So, very, very big changes that kind of make it so that, like, you play... On New Game Plus, you just play the game very differently. You play it very differently. All right, last one here. And then we'll plummet Rinko into some liquid hot magma. Don't swipe. Oh. Well, that's okay. So, when you get damaged or deal damage, you do get beast form meter. So, taking a few hits here is not a huge deal. But if you take too many hits in this area and the next area, it kind of messes up with the item routing. We'll see what happens. We shall see what happens. Okay, these guys were pretty cool, actually. Those guys were cool. They didn't do any wombo combos or grabs. Why am I pressing right click? And we are done. Rinko. Rinko is now dipped in liquid hot magma. Now we're gonna unlock this next area, which is, yeah, like I said, if you get hit too much in this area, it's a little bit weird, but I don't know. It's been pretty consistent for me. Let's just hope it remains that way. Because, like, midway through this area, it just becomes like a conga line of enemies. Oh, good dodge. Okay, see, that's what we need. We just need to avoid some of those attacks. And just for safety, we're gonna pick up this bandage. That's an extra. That's an extra. That is for safety. We got bad RNG on this enemy. He did swipe. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna drink the Kutsu tea. Which is exactly what I want to do in this area. You can really see the Tanuki charm at work here. Because every time I get hit, I'm losing sanity, right? But the Kutsu tea was able to restore a good amount of that sanity that I was losing. And now, you can see on the bottom left, that beast meter, it is full. So now we are already prepared for the third area, where we're going to be using that beast form to finish off that fight very quickly. Alright, let's stop now we can stop hitting me. Fellas? Fellas? Alright, now we can stop hitting. Now we can Unreal Engine 5. Oh. And we're good. And we're good. Okay, this hitbox is so weird. Okay, we got it. The rabbit on the right there, that interaction box is the weirdest thing in this game, I swear. Weirdest one by far. Okay. That one pretty well. That one pretty well. I think the biggest threat kind of in the early and mid game are grabs. Getting grabbed is it's basically almost death. Grab attacks do a lot of damage in this game. And it does make certain sections very stressful. We're going to pick up a bandage, an extra bandage, and a Kutsu tea. That is not extra. We really need all of the Kutsu and divine water that we can get. Specifically for that beast form. Now, this enemy here is a little random. It might stick aggro, it might not. It did stop. We're good. Okay. Cool. Good RNG. There's a lot of luck-based kind of stuff in this category, so you're gonna keep on hearing me say RNG a lot. To be honest with you. Nice, good RNG. She did the attack where we can get a counter. Nice. Very good. So that is that's the beast form. I like to jokingly call it the bloody roar form. Her fox arm becomes comically large and does a lot of damage. And that's that section. Very quick if you don't get pummeled by enemies. Something else that maybe Death Tropes did explain this, but dodging up and down certain staircases is actually faster than just running up them. I don't know if Death Tropes explained that, but because we're on New Game Plus and we have like a full stamina upgrade bar, we do utilize it quite a bit. Even when enemies are present and the stamina bar does not recover. Because that is the thing. Your stamina bar does not recover if you're actually getting aggroed by an enemy. Alright, we're gonna focus attack. Dead. Now, when your weapon breaks in this game, Hinako will automatically switch. She'll automatically take out another weapon. And we don't want the Sacred Sword out, we want the Beam Sword. Now, we're going a different way. Usually you would see runners go on the left path on basically every category, but this Kudzu Tea is just... yeah, we need it. We need it. So we're gonna go that way. We're gonna stop really quick just to get some stamina back. And there we go, there's the Diagro. Nice. We slip by. Sometimes it's kind of weird. Sometimes you don't like slip by enemies when you try to do the little dodge maneuver. It can be a bit hit or miss. This part is a little risky. Hopefully it goes well. We are going to take a hit before going down there. Here we go. We are going to get hit, but I don't think we're going to get grabbed, so... Okay, we didn't even get hit. Super good. Super good. Gotta be really careful not to get grabbed here. Getting grabbed here is just, it's death immediately. So you gotta watch the floor a little bit carefully. Gonna stop to get stamina back. There we go. That should be enough to get us all the way to the door now. Yep. Oh. Okay, there's a Higashi there and a first aid kit. Gonna pick both of those up. Alright. That is the chase sequence done. And my headset is beeping at me, so give me 2 seconds so that it doesn't die. So I need audio.
Oh.
Okay. Continuing on. Now we're going to go to Shu's house. Shu is... I haven't even explained any of the character... Well... Did Death Tropes explain any of the character? He probably did. I don't know.
More or less.
Play the game. Play the video game.
He did explain Shu being your partner, but not like a
Yeah,
space
for sure.
partner. Yeah, he did go over that. Although, I guess one of the differences now is we're going to see one of the big differences right here, because throughout the whole run, Maxie hasn't been taking the drugs.
That is right, Ek. I totally forgot to mention that, actually. Yeah, a lot of the a lot of the game, like a lot of the game's endings are locked behind not taking any of the red pills that the game teaches you to take in your first playthrough. So
yeah, by the in the last run, you notice at the end there's like a section where I think Death Tropes had like 103 red pills at one point.
Yeah. That's a
also,
lot.
this section's really funny on Lost on New Game Plus.
Yeah, it is really funny. You literally skip every single part of the ritual because you're already Foxy Neko. So you don't have to do any of that. This, like I said earlier, now this is the biggest dev-intended skip of the game for sure. You don't have to do any of this, which is really nice because I will admit, this section, while I do really like it, it is kind of long, and having to do it every time you want to get a new ending would be a little annoying. Now we just walk for a bit. You can get up and stretch or take your eyes off the screen for like a solid 40 seconds. We're going to be fighting Rinko. Rinko.
You know, while waiting for that, how about I get you a couple of announcements?
Go for it.
Yeah, so just general GDQ happenings. If you're ever curious on what's coming up on Hotfix, you can check out the week's schedule and explore a full season lineup at gdq.gg/hotfix. You can see all the different games and categories for the different shows. On YouTube, in case you ever missed anything, you can catch up on past Hotfix shows, special events, GDQ marathons, over on youtube.com/gamesdonequick. If you're watching us on YouTube, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay up to date with GDQ. And I think we have a little bit more here. So lastly, I'll mention once again, this weekend we do have Games Done Queer coming up soon. You can watch here on October 31st, November 2nd as we celebrate queer and LGBTQIA plus runners starting at 1 p.m. Eastern each day, benefiting the Lambda Legal Defense and Education Fund.
Well done, Nick. Thank you.
I had to speed it up because I wasn't sure if there was a boss fight coming up.
This is the boss fight. This is Rinko. I'm going to try to commentate as we go. So we're going to open with a heavy attack sequence. Once that's finished, we go straight into light attacks. And we're going to get a counter for the swallow stack damage. We're behind her, so we're going to do a light attack combo. Oh, we didn't get the perfect dodge there, which is kind of surprising. We're going to get one more counter attack. We're going to take a Divine Water and a Kudzu. And we're actually going to let her kind of just beat me up so I can get Beast Form off of the damage that I'll be taking. As you can see, that Kudzu Tea is doing work. It is super helpful. There's the counter attack off the dodge. There we go, we got another. Oh, we couldn't keep the stack, but it's okay. She's dead. Yeah, that is the strat for Rinko, utilizing Beast Form. So the Divine Water and the Kudzu Tea there, vital for that fight. And also getting all of that stack damage with the Rabbit and Swallow Omamori combination. We actually could have killed her during Beast Form, but we did get hit a couple of times. When you're in Beast Form and you take damage, your Beast Form meter does go down, so... Gonna dodge that, because we do need our focus. This is a very important part of the run where we're going to need focus, and it's also our first time where we're using the beam sword. Here it is. It's stronger when it's red. And we took damage that I didn't want to take. That's fine. That's fine. We should still be able to use... Okay, we're gonna stop him from doing the grab attack. Very important to stop that guy. We can still use focus to get the red beam sword, fortunately, because we just have the tiniest amount of focus, but it's just enough. Tiniest amount of sanity, rather. We're going to purify the sacred sword, and we're going to pick up that sushi. Now, the sacred sword, when you purify it, it becomes much less useful. It does not repair itself when sheathed and using other weapons, and it also just isn't as good. It's just not as good. But we're not really going to be using it, so it's no big deal. Good dodge there. Really important dodge. We're going to pick up this Divine Water and not get hit by this guy. Nice. Good. Didn't get hit on the animation.
You know what's funny about the Divine Water?
Yeah, what's up?
So in Los Angeles, Little Tokyo, they had a Silent Hill pop-up thing.
They did, yeah.
Yeah, it was like Ibisugaoka in like brought to life, and they made little Tokyo and LA look like Silent Hill. They had a lot of the flowers around and all that, but they also had themed foods and drinks based on Silent Hill F, right?
I'm following.
One of them is divine water.
What was in it?
Straight absinthe. It was vile. I had it. It was vile, man. It wasn't vile, but like it was straight absinthe.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. They said the oh god, what was it called? The Agora de I don't remember the name of it, but the Aglipotis. That one was sweeter.
That one looked good. I saw pictures. That one looked good.
Yeah. Divine water, just straight abs.
That's so funny. Yeah, that little pop-up looked pretty cool.
I think all the really cool stuff ran out like immediately. Apparently, there's like lines around the block. People were very excited.
Can imagine. First new Silent Hill game in God knows how long. 12 years? Unless you count the short message, of course.
I do. And Ascension.
Ascension.
I wanted to speedrun Ascension, but they removed all the games, and I got really bummed out about it.
Yeah, they're like aren't they on YouTube though? They're like archived on YouTube.
So they have the videos, right? You can find those on YouTube. But with Ascension, if you bought the weird battle pass they had, it had like a bunch of Candy Crush Silent Hill levels.
Yeah.
There's also like a fishing mini game, and in
one.
theory, there were like hundreds of these levels, and as a speedrunner, it would have been awful.
So that's why you wanted to do it, because it would have been awful.
Oh yeah, because then Punchy would have had to make a leaderboard for it.
Poor
That was
Punchy.
the sole reason. I mean, he's happy they canceled it because now he doesn't have to do it.
Wait, did they actually cancel season 2?
So I don't even know if it's like a season thing, but they removed all the mini games. Like you can't get them anymore. It's actual lost media for Silent Hill Candy Crush
That's
and
wild.
fishing and all the other weird mini games they had.
Oh, Ascension.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, much like the new game Hard Run, this area is also just very risky. You don't really know you don't know what's going to happen. You never know. One of the biggest things that I've found is completely inconsistent is the de-aggro on this enemy right here. That crawler guy. So what we're going to do is we're going to wait here until Junko's done talking. And he should be de-aggroed. He's not. He's not. He's just still here. That works 30% of the time, I would say. It is very upsetting. All right, we gotta fight. We gotta fight, unfortunately. Okay. That went really well because we were able to get the counterattack and hit both of them. So that was probably as good as it was gonna get for that enemy. See, why are you here? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, please. Oh yes. Okay. What the heck?
You know, I'm actually kind of thinking, dumb question. Do you know if FPS affects the hitboxes in this game?
I don't know. I truly don't know. I've been playing on 120, but I don't really feel a difference between this and 60, because I used to play in 60 specifically with my old setup.
I'm just thinking because, like, with all the Resident Evil runs, I know a lot of the runners will turn down FPS while passing through enemies in hallways like this. Like, oh,
Yeah.
time to squeeze by you here. I'm kind of wondering if the same thing applies here at all.
It might. I haven't really tried it.
That would be funny if it did.
Okay, I'm gonna use a bandage because my health is not looking great.
ガスが切れてるみたいだけどチューブはまだ使えそう
We're gonna wait for these to pass. There we go. Okay, good. Dodged all that. And hopefully... So, okay, wait, let me explain what happened back there. That humongous belly monster, yeah, that was not supposed to be in the hallway. That is just something that is not supposed to happen. But it definitely happened. It was not very good. Alright, we're gonna get the key now. No, we're not. I forgot to pick up the wax block. That's epic.
後で
Please let me clear mind. Actually, you know what? No, we're just gonna go. Put some of these in early.
なんか入れるのか
Alright. Bit of an oopsie whoopsie here. Forgot to go into Hinako's room and get the wax block.
私の日記何か入
There it is. Gotta admit, it doesn't really look like a wax block at first. It just looks like gum. Gum and random things that you would pick up from the floor of your car. Right. We're gonna do this in a slightly different order than usual.
取ったんだろう
That's what we're gonna do. Since I, messed up a little bit. It's gonna be a lot safer doing it this way, though. So that is a positive. It's gonna be way safer doing it this way. Because normally we would have gotten the key here earlier, right? And this guy would have spawned. And then we would go through here, and we would do this puzzle with him spawned in. Because, well, that's faster. Obviously, way riskier. So doing it this way is really not that big of a deal. It prevents death. At least. The dodge. Now we're gonna go use that key. Big difference between endings here in the in this household is the placement of the cutscenes, what the cutscenes are. There's different notes and different things, and also the door that you open with the key is in a different spot in certain endings. So this may look a little weird at first. Oh, we already have a lot of healing items. That's great. Yeah, for the most part, I've been playing pretty safe. Except for, you know, the death on the farm area. Apart from that, we have definitely been playing pretty safe. Okay, I'm waiting so I can get my... I don't have enough sanity to get the red beam sword. Oh no. Oh no. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, we're gonna have to do this straight up then. We gotta do... very peculiar strats here. That one's dead. I'm dead. Okay, that's fine. That happens. That happens. What is this checkpoint? Oh, it's a good one, actually. It's a good one. We're fine. All right, Buster. Okay, one down. I have to kill these enemies, by the way, because I can't do the puzzle. Fun fact, time does not stop when you're doing puzzles. So you just die. All right, let me heal. You're dead. Thank you. And you should also be dead now. Oh my god, it's over, finally. Oh, Lord. Oops. Oh, were these switched? Yeah. I see we had a bit of technical issues. That's on my end, probably. Okay.
Yeah, it seems to be all good now.
Alright, we're coming up to this boss fight right here, the mother and father. We are going to use first aid kit. We're gonna clear mind. Now, if I do this first try, this fight is so sick looking. It ends way faster than you probably think it would. Oops, wrong button. And here we go. We're gonna eat a Hagashi immediately. Go into a perfect dodge counter. 2 light attacks. Another counter. 2 light attacks. Boom, done. Textbook. Textbook fight there. That is kind of just the combination of the red beam sword and the rabbit and swallowed Omomoris in action. Just incredibly large damage output. But I will say, if that fight, if you don't do it pretty much exactly how I just did it, you die. You either die or you run around the room like a fool. But I'm glad I got that strat first try, because it does look really sick. Alright, we're gonna get a divine water here. This section is kind of weird. It's very random what can happen here. We're gonna hope for a counter. We have them all stacked up, too. Okay, no counter. There we go. We got 2 hits there. So now we have a damage stack with the Swallow Charm. And everybody's dead, and we're gonna siphon them all at the same time, and GG. Nice. We got pretty good luck there, honestly. We got pretty good luck there. And we also used a Kutsu tea before starting that fight, specifically to help out with some of the possible damage that we take, and also get beast form ready for this next room, because we're going to need it. There's also a divine water right here. Gonna pick that up. And just look at my items. They look good. We're gonna take a Higashi for this room, just in case. We're gonna open up that, and we're gonna do a focus attack to start out the fight, to get a stun. And then we're gonna go straight into beast form. We want to take out the big guy ASAP. Which he is dead. But we're also almost dead, which is a bit of an issue. Oh, he got back up? He got back up? I thought I killed him in beast form. When you kill things in beast form, they don't get back up. You don't have to siphon them. Okay, hold up. This guy as well? Alright, well, it's probably best we just redo the room anyways, considering what happened. In all honesty, that's probably for the best. Okay, we actually hit both of them this time. Where this crawler is like kind of random, so... Nice. Yeah. Alright, this is already going a billion times better. Am I dead from that grab? Not quite. Not quite. Almost, though. Holy moly. You see how much damage that did? Oh my goodness. All right. We've had a lot of very odd things that don't usually happen. And I'm fine with it, because that's kind of how marathon runs go. All right, there is a sushi here that we're gonna pick up. So the Inari sushi is a item that restores your health, stamina, and sanity, and because it is a sanity restoration item, we use it. We use it for beast form. All right, we're gonna take a Kutsu tea before we start this fight. We're gonna take out those two enemies that have yet to come out of their pods, and now we're gonna start doing damage. And as you can see, my beast form meter is not going down. And that is because I've used a Kutsu tea. Now it's going down because the Kutsu tea has run out. And just like that, that fight is done. That was very fast. That was a very fast fight. So the puzzle solutions are changing based on the ending. once you get to Hinako's house and beyond that point, puzzle solutions do change based on ending. So that's probably why you're thinking like, oh, why are these different from the new game run that we just watched? That's why.
何なんだなんで邪魔をする
Now, this part is a little stressful, but
どこへ行く気だ
we do have everything we need to make it quick. Just need to get some good luck. And we're also going to despawn one of these enemies by doing a quit continue on this checkpoint. Okay, you're gonna use a toolkit. Just a couple more hits. There we go. We're gonna clear mind really quick. That is our last clear mind that we're gonna be doing in the run. What's up with Patty? What's up with the revenge of Patty going on right now? Patty's revenge. Okay, I just wasn't far left enough. I just need to position myself a bit better.
どこまでもてあそぶ気誰の仕業だ絶対に報いを受けさせてやる
Thankfully, there's a checkpoint right before that, so it's no big deal. It's no big deal. You missed? I would have loved to have gotten a perfect dodge there, but she missed. Oh, okay, you're dead. That's fine. That works. Oh, Unreal Engine 5, please. Okay, we're gonna repair the toolkit. But we're gonna pick up this knife, and that's the next weapon we're gonna use. So we're gonna switch to that right now. And hopefully I can just wail on this enemy without getting attacked too much by the others, which is not happening. I'm getting hella attacked. Oh my goodness. Okay, okay. Big counter, big counter, big counter. She's dead. We're moving. If I hadn't have gotten that counter, this would have probably been another death, honestly. All right. Now we're proceeding to the last Fox Hinako section. Let me check my items. Yeah. Yeah, this looks right. We should be good. Alright, we're gonna try to group them up. Oh. She jebaited me. There we go. The one that actually gave me the counter, I didn't hit. I hit the other one. It happened again. That is so funny. Okay, we're all dead. That was still good. That was still good. We still got the counters. We still got the damage stacks with the Swallow Omamori. which we are carrying over to the next fight. I'm not sure if having 2 stacks is enough to instantly kill the crawly guy, but we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. Nope. Almost. Almost. Nice. That was pretty clean. Pretty clean.
家に帰る。世界が私を祝福してる。両親にも。
Now, I'm gonna try to do the same strat that Deathtrap showed off in his run, but because the Lost in the Fog enemy aggro range is like slightly longer, it might not work. But we're gonna give it a shot regardless. Yeah, nah, see, he's still going. He's still going. He just doesn't care, and I have to kill him because he will follow me into the enemy arena. So he's just that aggressive. Ooh, that's unfortunate. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually gonna take a sushi here. And we are gonna go beast mode. I just want everybody to kind of be grouped up a bit. There we go. Come on, fellers. Okay, we got some good damage. Good. I had a feeling you were going to do that attack, but I just hoped you wouldn't. All right. Last couple of enemies. Gonna play this extra safe. We're gonna take the other sushi we have. Gonna get the stun. We're gonna wait a sec for the attack. Get a counter off of it. Very nice. Oh, he's dead. Okay. I was still attacking him. He's dead already. So that was pretty clean, and specifically kept the beast form so that we can start the next boss fight with beast form straight out of the gates, which is very important. You're going to see the true ending final boss is completely different. It is the coolest boss fight in the game. It is a 6-phase fight. 6 phases. And one of the reasons why we have so many of these items is for that fight, specifically. Because without them, it's... I spent hours trying to lab this ending boss fight with, like, you know, a minimalist route, you know, not having too many items, and I just could not, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I did not have a single fight where I didn't die, like, 5 times. It was very hard. So, all of these items are very necessary. I do have an extra slot open on 8, so I'm going to pick up this Yokan just in case I need some health. Which can totally happen. Especially as we get to the last couple of phases. But before we actually get to the fight, we got to do some extra stuff here. We're going to do a focused attack with our knife that is left over. Hopefully not get hit here. Good. Get our beam sword back out. That's fine. Gonna pick up a toolkit and another Kutsuti. And we're gonna take a Divine Water and a Higashi, just so that this fight is clean and not silly.
自分の望むものが何なのか分かってるから。邪魔するな。どけ。
Okay, gonna use another toolkit. Nice. All right. Onward to the final boss.
So before we get to the final boss, Maxi, do you ever play any of the Souls games?
Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 3, Sekiro, and Elden Ring.
Did you do the Elden Ring DLC?
I did a little bit of it, but I wasn't in the mood when I played it, so I just stopped.
I'm just gonna say the final boss of this game and the final boss of the Elden Ring DLC are really funny when you look at them together.
I should do that after the run.
Yeah, like people were kind of joking like the whole time because it's Silent Hill Souls, and then with the Souls meme, it's always wait. Do you know the final bosses or no?
Yeah.
All right, so people kept joking like, "Oh my god, the final boss! It's gonna be Radon again," because it's always Radon. And then people were even joking with this game like, "Oh, the final boss is gonna be Radon again," and then well, you know, about that.
So I'm not going to be able to really say much during this. I really have to lock in. So I'm just going to say I'm using a lot of Divine Waters, a lot of Kutsutis. I'm going to try to use Beast Form as much as possible. I'm going to be dodging a lot on regular Hinako phases. I'm going to be doing a lot of dodges and like specific setups with the Beam Sword to get as much damage output as I can. And if it works out, it works. If it doesn't, you're going to see some death for sure. So here we go. Here we go.
Good luck.
So we're gonna Beast Form right away. He gave us good RNG, so he's giving us a counterattack move.
私も同じくらい
First phase done.
And then while it's happening, I might explain some of the lore between the two fights.
Oh, go for it.
So at this point, we're swapping between, let's say, Hanako Shimizu and Fox Hanako. The two Hanakos, there are two of them. There are two Hanakos inside you. Anyway, you're fighting the two different gods of the town. One of them is the Suku Mogamu. I think that's the name. I always butcher it, but that's this one right here. It looks like Promised Consort Radon. You can even see, like, there he is inside. Well, not it's the tiny little doll inside of the boss there. And then you also have the Fox God, which is this one right here, which we're fighting as the Fox. Funny enough, for endings 2 and 3, you actually end up fighting the boss's inverse. So if you're fighting the Fox God, you'll be using base Hanako. And then if you're fighting, I'm going to call it Radon. If you're fighting Radon, you're using Fox Hanako. But they actually swapped in this one, which is pretty cool. But yeah, your hardest difficulty going between two bosses. They have a lot of brutal attacks, a lot of good dodges needed. He likes to spam this phase with all the arrows. It's literally the light arrows, by the way. And it just ends up being really cool, especially after doing the endings 2 and 3, because you don't see these things outside of those New Game Plus endings. It's kind of one of the things we were talking about earlier with New Game. You kind of get yourself as the final boss, but then if you do New Game Plus 2, 3, and 4, there's different bosses entirely, where True Ending features both of the final bosses, where you're fighting slightly variations, but you're still fighting the bosses. The Fox is brutal. You're seeing a lot of the attacks here. One of the worst parts is on the regular fight, he'll kind of do this thing where he summons ads. Luckily, we don't have to do that, but he does have his command grab, which is pretty brutal. Which I'm glad we haven't seen too much of yet. Funny thing about the Radon thing too is, well, we see the doll in here for this, like, for this one, in the ending 3, I think it's ending 3, ending 2, whatever boss fight it on, it's actually Shu inside of it, so it's Promised Consort Shu, I guess. Alright, good counters all around. We have the stamina again, and good dodge on that attack.
I think I might have just done it.
It's looking good.
Time.
GG.
That was a deathless last boss. That went really well. I only got bad luck on the 5th phase where I just couldn't get enough damage output with beast form, but apart from that, that was a really good boss fight. Like, probably better than my PB.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are 2 Hanakos.
Yeah. I'm gonna skip the ending just so it's not, I don't want to.
I get you.
But yeah, that was sick. That run in general went really, really well. There were some definitely like rocky sections, especially the Shimizu residents dying at the farm. But apart from that, like, all the boss strategies almost went perfect. Like, that was definitely a very good showcase of the boss fights, except for one cycle Sakuko. That didn't happen, but that's kind of random. It's not super consistent. But yeah, that felt good.
Good stuff. Yeah, it was good. You know what? It's at first that category's been shown. This is the first day that really both categories have been shown on GDQ, so I think it's a nice GDQ debut.
Yeah, Silent Hill F has definitely progressed very quickly as a speed game. So that's really nice that we have all of these cool strategies and routing to showcase the game. Not even a month after release? Wait, no, has it been a month?
A little over a month.
Yeah, time flies.
Maybe like a month and a half.
Time
or
flies.
Not a month and a week. It does. That being said, one, you have any shout-outs you want to give? Two, if anyone wanted to find you, where can they find you?
Yeah, no, just shout outs to the Silent Hill speedrun community. Our Discord is pretty friendly, pretty nice place to be, honestly, if you are interested in running or learning. So feel free to check that out if you are thinking about picking up a game. Yeah, shout outs to pretty much all of the runners of this game specifically who have worked very, very hard at cutting the times down. It's been very, very cool. Very cool to see.
Absolutely.
And thank you, Ek, for having me for yet another awesome Speedruns from the Crypt.
Definitely.
And shout out to Death Tropes for the new game run, obviously, that you all saw earlier. And if you want to find me, twitch.tv/MaxiLobes. I stream all the time. And you can also check out my main YouTube channel where I do post like speedrun documentary-esque contents if you want to learn about some cool, kind of not so known speedrun stories. And that's about it for me.
Alrighty. Well, thank you once again, MaxiLobes, for that run of Silent Hill F. Once again, if you did enjoy and want to check out more, you can find the link in chats as well. I got the YouTube links there as well. A lot of fun speedrunning stuff. Really, like a bunch of the horror franchises you can imagine. He's probably done them. So thank you once again for that run. And I want to say thank you all once again for watching this episode of Speedruns from the Crypt. It was fun being able to show sound a lot for you. I know, this game has been heavily developed in the last month or so, and there's always a lot of fun horror games coming out. So it's nice to see how these communities thrive so early. Before we do go for the night, I do just want to give a couple of brief announcements here. For one, if you're looking to get more involved in the GDQ community, you can join the official Games Done Quick Discord and add the Hotfix role to stay in the loop on upcoming events, shout staff, and more. Use !Discord for more info on that. As well, thank you to anyone who does support Games Done Quick with subscriptions, subs, bits, and the like. It does keep the show running during the interim, so thank you very much for that. And I hopefully you did enjoy this episode of Speedruns in the Crypt. We'll be back in about, I think, 2 weeks. I always say about 2 weeks when events comes. It should be about 2 weeks. We'll have more horror fun. If you know Dices, if you enjoy the shows, well, I plan all these out, so hopefully you did enjoy them. Anyway, hope you have a wonderful rest of the day, and have a good night. As well, if you did miss out on Crosshair or Speedruns in the Crypt, stay tuned as we replay both shows after this. You can also tune in Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern for Games Done Queer. Have a wonderful rest of the day or night, and take it easy.